Diablo, the Lord of Terror's semi-celestial binds are weakening, allowing him to walk among the mortal world in search of his brothers, the demon lords, Mephisto and Baal. As he draws nearer to his brethren, Diablo's power grows and will eventually permit him to shed his mortal coil. Together, the brothers, also known as the Three Prime Evils, seek out the World Stone, the heart and soul of this world, with the ultimate goal of corrupting the World Stone and controlling humanity, drawing ever closer to reality. A small band of adventurers has been plucked from distant realms and thrown together in this new world, placed upon a path with the aim of stopping this corruption before it can consume everything and spread to other dimensions. Welcome to the world of Sanctuary.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. First off, happy holidays, happy new year. Hope everybody had a great time. Punch somebody you wanted to punch, hug somebody you wanted to hug, whatever you do for the holidays. But Abracadabra's back for this year, and we're going to jump right into this. So take it away, Miss Rowan.
Okay, so last session we left off, I guess, with the entire Draven-Rowan situation, which I guess something happened to Draven and he ended up traumatized and ran off, and Rowan thinks she broke him, and went to go find everyone in the palace to say, hey, yeah, Draven ran somewhere. Don't know where he is. I think I did an oopsie. None of us were successful in finding him, because if Draven doesn't want to be found, he's not going to be found. Did some minor errands, and then fast forward a little bit, we ended up traveling to Sorge.
Well, we also spoke with the prince who,
Oh yeah, we spoke with the prince who, because of what happened with the corruption, decided to kick us out of the palace. We now have a cozy little, cozy. I don't know what it looks like actually. A cozy shack in the outskirts, like inside of the walls of Lane, but outside of the perimeters of the palace. And we just so happen to be neighbors with Grease and his sister. Thumbs up on that. And then after that, we ended up traveling to Sorge to bring. I forgot the girls' names again. Oh God. To bring the two little girls back to Sorge, like we promised. Well, like Rowan promised, because it seems like she didn't really make that decision with the party. Anyways, and we were there to gather more angel root. And we ended up talking to Curvana and looting the treasure pile. That's it. That's all that happened.
yep, I mean, that's correct. There's a lot of RP stuff, but yeah, that's the gist of it. We hadn't decided yet what we were going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting ready to.
To figure that out.
Holy shit, so sorry. Had to go run grab something. Whew.
Damn. Can't
Yeah.
believe you missed it.
Anyways, recap's done.
And so we leveled up
Leveled
at the end of last session.
No.
We're level 20 now, right, dude? I thought that's where.
Thank you for the recap, Rowan. I'm going to ignore the talking voice in the background.
Who has inspiration? Who doesn't?
You know, that's a good question, because on this version of Foundry, everything's the way it was 3 months ago.
Oh no.
Ooh. That's alright, we can start from here, right? I don't think that's bad. We still have
So, Boros does have it, and I'm going to leave it as is.
Yeah.
Sean does not. Simon does. Rowan does. Damn, okay. So, I think Simon. Yeah, Simon's the only one that does not have it.
Okay, Simon gets inspiration then.
Beauty. Everyone gets inspiration.
No, Simon.
Say Simon or me?
I'm sorry,
Ross
Ross doesn't have
gets-
it. Ross does not have it.
Rosé
Sorry.
gets the inspiration.
Okay.
Ross has the inspiration.
I don't mind Simon getting double. Can Simon get more than one inspiration?
No, he cannot. He does. Everybody has 2 inspirations now, though. They have the D20 and the D10. So
Can I sacrifice my inspiration to Simon?
you cannot, because Simon needs to die.
But what if I insist?
I mean, I will take the inspiration.
Okay, never
No.
mind. Let's
No.
continue.
No.
Okay. Well, where did we end?
Well, we
we're
were
still in
in
Sorge.
Sorge.
Right. Yeah. So you wrote down. Did you write down what all gems you found, Rowan?
I did.
Okay. And then also you were given something by your old friend Trivana.
Yeah. Quick question: did Thebe come with us to Sorge, or did he decide to stay back?
He stayed back. He was there as Draven. But
I know.
Thebe- Oh, you weren't? Oh, no. I put you on the map just so you could see, so
Yeah.
you could have something to look at. That's right.
Yeah, Thebe was still out
Yep.
of it.
So the answer is no. Not everybody went. So,
Well, I have a conundrum now.
Uh-oh. What's the conundrum?
Kervana's gift for Thebe.
No, it wasn't necessarily for Thebe. It was...
How dare you?
It
All
was
gifts are-
for y'all, for the group. It will be needed.
Oh, any one of us can smoke it. Okay.
Oh, that! Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the other thing. Basically the wooden spear that he gave you.
No.
Okay,
Does Simon
I'm
see the
talking
baggie?
about the moss.
gotcha. Well, let's jump into Sorge. I'm gonna have to... Wow. Who's not here? That's... Even Sentinel's here. Jesus.
I also
Well,
sent you a question, DM.
Oh, did you? Sorry.
All good.
In what?
On both of your accounts on Discord.
I don't have anything on Discord on my phone. Oh, yes, I do. You know what? I don't recall. I don't think there was any difference, honestly. And if there was, I'd have to go back and look, because I don't remember.
Okay. I thought there is always a
you can-
difference.
You can ask the group, though. I mean, I'm sure somebody would remember if you want it.
When we're on different planes of existence, does time travel faster or lower? Or slower?
What do you mean planes of existence?
Like in
Like-
your world, or example, where would you, like,
You mean like in
like the Arcane Sanctuary, for example.
Imperial plane?
no, like from this
Or-
world to y'all's world, or from here to the Arcane Sanctuary, or from here, y'all know it did in Hell, right?
So in pocket dimensions, we've learned that it does. The time moves, I think, faster. Time moves faster in pocket dimensions than it does in Sanctuary.
When y'all were in the Arcane Sanctuary, did it change? I don't remember that one.
Arcane Sanctuary, we were in there for a good. I don't remember if there was a time difference in that one.
I don't think
do
there
know
was.
when we went to rescue Deckard, time moved slowly inside of that pocket dimension
pocket, yes.
versus outside.
Yep.
And then between worlds, so Sanctuary versus Forgotten Realms,
Mm-hmm.
it moves faster in Forgotten Realms versus Sanctuary.
Yeah. Yeah, we knew that.
So in Pocket, it kind of like, I guess.
I guess it depends, right?
Yeah. Depends on where you went to.
As far as the Tristram goes, yeah, it was much, much slower in Tristram than it was out here.
And then Hell moved faster than in Sanctuary.
Yep.
Lordra, Forgotten Realms world is called Toril.
Or Rule.
Toril, yes.
Okay.
The world on the continent of Faerun is where most things take place. Alright. But I don't... Arcane Sanctuary, though, I don't think there was a time difference in that one. I feel
No,
like y'all
there's
were in
two.
there and then got out, and it was all relatively the same. Anyways, examples. So, is everybody here? Everybody can see on the map? I know Thieves not here, but he's here in spirit, so... I move all the archers, because they're not here. Alright, well... It is daylight. Let me switch that. Alright. Oh, this is an old map. Because she's dead.
Yeah, that she's very dead.
But could you
She's
bring her back
dead.
though?
She's dead.
Y'all want a car to come back?
Oh, never mind.
Okay, well, what are we doing? Are we, oh no.
Mm?
I made a boo-boo. That's fine, I fixed it.
Okay, so after... Was it Boros and I that were looting, or was it Simon and I that were looting?
You and Simon.
Okay, after looting that treasure trove, it would occur to me that Kurvana's little gift for Thieve has an expiration date. You said 3 days. You said 3 days.
Wait,
Got him.
wasn't he supposed to smoke it all within 3 days?
The way you phrased it was that he has to consume it in 3 days.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Within
So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if Kurvana means that he has to smoke it all within like a span of time, like Rowan had to read that book within a span of time, or if the moss will decay and expire within 3 days.
You would understand that once he starts to smoke it, he has to consume it all within 3 days.
Oh. Okay, never mind then. No time limit.
Yeah, no time limit on getting it to him, and not, the time limit starts when he starts smoking it.
Cool.
That's fucked
Okay.
up. I can't believe I'm giving into that shit. Okay. I'm just a junkie at heart, I guess.
Damn.
Well, so y'all looted. You found some gems.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said you scooped up a little more gold.
Yep.
And let's go to Ross. Ross, what are you doing in this little small pocket of paradise that is very out of place from everything else you've seen in this world?
Well, I was talking to... I forgot her name, starts with an R. I think. One of the rogues. Hello, can you guys hear me?
A rogue
Yep,
named
I was
Rogue.
muted. I'm sorry, I was muted.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, I'll put you back over here because that's right, you were talking to one of them. Actually, it was the one that had kind of met with y'all and was telling y'all what all had gone on since the other group, the rest of the group was here.
Yeah. I think, I mean, depending on how much time has passed, I would ask her as a final question if she knows where the last, because we heard that there were demonic forces on Sanctuary, right? Like they've been active in Sanctuary. If she knows what the last reports were on that. Like where was
Sorceress.
it and what? Okay, oh, she's shutting up. Sorry.
sorceress flew through here a few days ago. Apparently, she was headed towards Ariet's summit. This mountain city of Harrogath there seems to be under siege by...
Did you give her name? I would cut in here.
She did not. She was looking for a Kara. And when I told her what happened, she left. Seemed quite perturbed.
I see. And the name of this city, fortress?
Harrogath. The brutish barbarians of the north.
I nod. Looking at her with a helm off, because it's kind of disconcerting to wear that helmet here. Looking at her with a very cautious expression, I would ask, are you going to seek out refuge for your people? Even if it's here, it is not implausible that demons break through. What will you do when the time to fight comes?
She pauses, kind of looks at the ground. You can tell she's kind of thinking. You can tell by the look on her face, it's something she's pondered often. As she just shakes her head slowly, almost as if you asking her this has forced her to come to a decision. We will stay here. We do not have the stores in the monastery. And she looks around at what few people there are here. With the people that are here, we don't have the means to protect the monastery and restock supplies. At least here it is relatively safe, unless something extremely powerful comes through. And then, well, we're all fucked.
I give her a weak smile at that and nod. Wise choice. That makes my request much easier to offer. I believe it's Rowan that has them, but what do your people know of magic? Also, cool background, DM. I just saw it. Sorry, just paying, you know.
Know of magic, you asked?
Actually, sorry. Magic's the wrong word. Souls. What do you people understand of souls and how they work?
Oh, well... if you act like a shit, apparently you go to a place where you're treated as such. And if you protect others and do your best to help others, you are ferried to a better place. I don't know if this is true. That's what we've been led to believe all our lives.
Yeah.
Why do you ask such a thing?
They're... Damn. Ah! Ah! Do I know of any way that we could do anything for the souls? You know, obviously, you know, Kasha's soul has got what it's got going on, but the other two, do we know of a way now? I mean, we have gems, maybe that could help. I'm gonna ask Rowan, but thinking to myself of what I know about magic and whatnot, is there a way that if we left them here, they wouldn't still be like suffering? Because they are suffering in their current
Yeah,
state.
they're pretty much trapped in in this soul coin, soul
Yeah.
stone, but it's not a stone.
Yeah, it's
Um,
more like a yeah.
You know what, man? You're not sure. You've never seen or heard anything about these things or anything like it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's something extremely unique to this world as far as you know. Of course, if you've never been to hell, I mean, maybe it's a real thing in every hell, right? She just looks at you, kind of waiting for an answer. You know, why do you ask? But when she sees you, I guess she sees you kind of pause. Um, is there something specific you were trying to ask me?
Yes. Your sisters, the ones you've lost. Even I understand one of your leaders, Kasha. We've come upon them in our journeys. They no longer live. I wanted to know if you would make a concerted effort to remember them.
You see her face become very stern. As if, you know, not that she had forgotten, but you kind of reminded her of something that you know, she didn't want to think about at the moment. And she looks at you. All of my sisters are remembered.
Yes.
Almost accusingly.
Yeah, yeah, we've been through too much for me to care about a few bruised feelings.
Yep, I feel it.
What I speak of is beyond simple memory. There is a chance that you can bring some small measure of peace to their souls, wherever they are. It is very important that you consider this. At liberty to explain more, but every bit you do may help.
At this, her eyebrows kind of, you know, come together there, and like she's trying to understand, but she's not quite sure exactly what you're saying. But she doesn't say anything to this. She just kind of gives you a curt nod, like, sure, you know.
Yeah.
Give me a roll real quick. I mean, give me a choice, low or high.
Let's go high.
Damn, I'm gonna show you this.
Didn't get it.
Damn.
Yep.
97. Okay. But it's in your favor. So
Yep.
well, it could be. Yeah. She doesn't say anything else. At this, she just kind of looks at you, stares at you.
New memorials, things of that nature. I'm not sure if it is your custom, but in this, as out of respect for you and yours, I would ask that you consider this seriously.
I assure you, we always do. Death is not something to be taken lightly, especially when it is the death of people who are revered, people who were protectors, people who laid their lives down to save those who could not fight them for themselves. It is never taken lightly.
Correct, of course. And I look uneasy. I'm gonna change the subject here and say, and this I imagine is a nice place to trail off. Are you able to show me the location of Harrogath? Perhaps the structure of the city. It may help us plan for what we will come to face there. I think that is probably where we need to go next.
I am sorry. I myself have never been there. We have some rough maps of the world, but they are in the monastery, and I, for one, do not feel like stepping foot in there just yet.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and, not leave abruptly, but I will kind of just give her some encouraging words and then break off to find the others with this new news.
As you kind of turn away, she lays a hand on your shoulder. Are you from another world, as your friends claim to be?
I stop at this and nod.
So you plan on leaving then, if you're successful in stopping this, whatever this is, from happening?
Work of expelling primevals and their ilk from this world is done. I will consider my options then. At that point, I have but one goal.
I understand. Well, if I may, you and your friend Simon, I believe his name was, maybe y'all would consider helping to, and she kind of, you see her blush a little. She kind of looks away briefly. Repopulate the region.
Damn.
Wow, they are a little strong there. Whoa!
Hey,
These are rogues,
these
man.
women ain't fucking around, man.
Yeah, these are y'all must not remember
they,
the rogues.
Correction, they will be.
Fair enough.
Not only that, Amazons.
Rowan did not finish playing the game.
They're based on Amazons, which, if you know anything about
Yeah.
Amazon culture, they're very forward, man.
Amazonians.
Yeah, just think of
They're-
Xena if you ever watch Xena.
They're dominant.
So when she
in all
says
respects.
repopulate, is it like sticking around,
I mean,
hanging out?
You don't know. There are no male warriors in this entire place, so probably just getting the deed done and moving on.
Simon turns instantly red and blushes and looks a little embarrassed. Looks up and says, "I like my eggs scrambled."
What the fuck?
All right. Well, I guess if Simon spoke for, if he's kind of speaking there, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let them talk that out. They'll depart.
I mean, it's pretty admirable trying to, Whoa, where'd it go? Who left?
Uh,
Uh,
Oh, what
yeah,
happened?
trying to
Oh.
repopulate Simonopolis. So let's go.
Thebe left. Okay. Or lost connection? I don't know. Does anybody know if he's still having internet problems? I know he was there for a
Sometimes.
while.
It depends on where he's at.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
My bad.
Did you hit something you weren't supposed to hit?
Exactly. Yep. It was user error. As you all were. Sorry.
All right. Well, yeah. So, Vec, this is the first time you as well have seen anything like this. To reuse the phrase "pocket of paradise" in this particular world, what have you been doing while you're here?
Vec has been just wandering around the settlement, just looking around, just looking at the people, whoever is around, really. And there's like a part in his head where he's like thinking that this reminds him a little bit of his home. And he's just quietly just taking it all in, just trying to remember everything.
Okay. Also, I don't know if I said this to you guys last time. I don't remember, but that corruption that you feel in the rest of the world, it's constantly kind of pressing in on you. In here, it is the exact opposite. It is you almost feel like taking your clothes off and just frolicking through the town. You know, I mean, it's like something has been lifted off of your shoulders, and there is just peace and an easiness to this place. So, there's that. Ross, you've not even felt like any place like this at home. There's just there's something magical about this place. You have been explained, about the angel root and all that, so you kind of know that shit's been planted everywhere in this place. So.
Yeah, but the feeling's different. I get you.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? While you're here in Sorge? No? Jazzy, you frozen?
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. You were very still. Jesus, like a porcelain statue over there.
I don't move very often.
What?
Jeez.
What a response. I don't move very often. That is wild.
More like I can hold a position very, very still for very long.
Oh my God, I need to move
Don't.
on because I can.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't.
All right.
Be better. Be better in 2025.
Anyways.
I do want to do something because I got some new feet, but I haven't got to use, and I think I would use it here.
Okay.
Would be
Did you
meaningless,
say
but
foot pics? What'd you say?
no. Jazzy won't sign me on as manager, so I don't have him yet. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I would, try to find a place that's very visible, and it's probably, it would seem pretty, kind of Draven-like for Ross, but I begin speaking and slowly pick up my cadence and volume, and I'm not going to give a whole speech here, but I would try to convey some sense of hope to these warriors. I would explain that we're going to wipe the forces of evil, of the demons' evil, from Sanctuary, and be it the aid of the gods, or men, or just brave people like them that are aiding us, we would do it for them, and that they should always know that even if one defeat is faced, that there are more who will stand up. There is always going to be a sword or a shield ready to stand against that which isn't right. And I would like to try and inspire them.
Yep. As you
with my
do this,
inspiring speech.
as you're giving this speech, you see a couple of the people, some of the rogues that are within earshot, kind of step closer, and they all, like, you have their undivided attention. By the time you're halfway through the speech, you've gone from 3 or 4 people around you to now about 8 people around you. Some rogues, some just look to be commoners, but you draw quite the crowd. About halfway through, you start to realize you're basically front and center on a stage here.
Nice. I will just be given 6 of them. You can choose which 6. I don't care.
Okay.
22 temp hit points for the rest of the
Damn.
day. I
All
would
right.
take a moment to admire their expression because I've never really done that before, or not done that before, but I've never seen that kind of change in people. So
You see some of the rogues who were, looking defeated, right? So shoulders a little slumped, but going on with their duties. by the end of your speech, you see them. They stand a little straighter. Their shoulders are back. They look as though they've been refreshed. As you know, you've never seen this before. You've never seen or done this before. So, yeah, you feel good about yourself, and you see that you've been able to give others hope, and there's a resurgence. I mean, there's a spring in some of their step again as they walk away. Yeah, you feel as though, maybe this is what Draven feels like when he gives his little speeches. But then the thought passes, you're like, nah, he's too conceited. He feels like that all the time, just looking in the mirror. So yeah, they'll 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'll give them some 10 hit points. But oh shit, I did it again.
Gave him 400 and something hit points.
No, I keep moving them outside of the map.
Oh.
So yeah. Anything else? Anybody? No? Well, would y'all like to head back then to Loot Lane? Alright.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
I told them about Harrogath. If they didn't already know. I don't think we knew that.
How do I spell Harrogath again?
I got you. There you go. The rogue will tell you. Anyways, so y'all have about a day and a half, 2-day trek back to the monastery to hit the waypoint, and from there you can head to Loot Lane. I'm not gonna go through that, so what is this? Oh, I got 2 of them there. I have 2 thieves on the map. What the hell?
I'm sorry. I'm
Can't
stealing a
have
lot of
enough
RP.
thieves.
You're still what?
I don't know if.
You're still what, Sean?
Oh, I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm sorry. I'm stealing so much RP,
Oh,
but
that's fine.
as we get underway, I would how's Rowan looking? Is she still pretty frazzled? Like, does she look as if she's thinking about something else, which we would have an idea about? Or is she feeling good from Sorjay?
Well, as Adam mentioned, because some of us hit above a certain number in corruption, despite being in Sorjay, there is still a little bit lingering in the back of the mind. So she looks relaxed, but there is definitely something on her mind. Some things on her mind.
At the risk of getting, shield bashed or stabbed with her new sword, which she likes to play with now, I would call her name first, and then put a hand out, to, like, get her attention. Rowan. I didn't tell them, but the rogues, those soul things we possess. Do you know what you intend on doing with them?
I think I can bring them back.
Can't.
I can. I think.
I walk with you a few steps quietly before saying, is this a think, as in you thought you could collaborate with a certain Skarner kind of thing, or is this a bit more certain than that?
No, this is Seluna granting me her power. Type of thing.
She reaches you here, and yeah, I look at you like, huh?
Not so much, no. It's... her power's almost... faded.
See.
But there are some teachings that I've learned that if I can access her power enough, I might be able to bring even those long gone back.
Be able to do it before we set out, then. Good to leave them with.
Before we set out back to our own homeworld, yes. Before leaving Sorge, probably not. It's a costly spell.
No, I meant for the last fight. I would imagine the forces in Harrogath, ever that is probably where we'll face the last primeval, or at least get hint of where.
If we manage to gather the resources I need for the spell, possibly. But, as I said, it's costly.
You, or is it a matter of gems, coin, that?
It's a matter of gems. The energy I have, the ability to cast a spell, I have that as well. But the components, for lack of a better word, I do not have.
Well, let us be on about our business then. Maybe Deckard can offer some insight when we stop in Lutgalain.
Or possibly Essex would be able to lend us or donate something to the cause? I don't know.
Are they still even alive?
Essex, yes. Very much alive.
Better we didn't see that insufferable. I mean,
Insufferable.
no, it. Never mind. I'm sure this Elzix be very willing to help us.
Damn, bro, insufferable? He embedded that diamond for you and enchanted it. Jesus.
Insight check? What do you mean by insufferable?
It is clear that I don't think very highly of Elzix. Our first encounter with them did not leave good feelings. For a specific reason, but, you know, we could ask about it or not. Regardless, I will quickly say, we'll find Draven, speak with him, and sort whatever this business with you two out. That's subterfuge for you, baby.
At the mention of Draven, her smile just kind of drops a little, but then comes back.
I think when she least expects it, and I may mess this up, I may not, but I'm not usually the most, let's call it adroit of fellows, but I'd reach out and try to pinch her cheek a little bit. He was right, you can be very cute sometimes.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yep, I would chuckle here and, you know, keep on going.
All right. A couple days later, you guys hit the waypoint in the monastery and arrive back in Lutgalain about mid-morning. So between 9 and 10, somewhere around there in the morning. The city doesn't seem to be in any present danger again, as it seems to be every time y'all fucking leave. But there's a hustle about the city. A hustle that you haven't seen since you first came here. Actually, you hadn't seen it at all, because when y'all first came here, it was all about holding off the monstrosities that were attacking the walls. But there's a hustle about the city. Even the common folk are out and about, and rushing through the streets with baskets of fruit or vegetables, or whatever groceries they may need or be moving, or need to be moving. But it seems a little livelier than it has in the past. Guards see you as you exit the library. Sorry. Wait, what was the waypoint at? Oh my god.
The
Monastery?
waypoint pops up in the library.
It was in the
Oh.
library.
Yeah, try.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as y'all leave the library and kind of walk across the yard there, you see some guards. They quickly focus their attention on you as a bunch of armored individuals in the middle of the city. Before after just a second, they recognize, and they just kind of give a nod and keep moving. But yeah, y'all are back in Loot Go Lane. Where would y'all like to go from here? Oh, and Deckard was not in the library.
Are we gonna switch maps?
Do what?
Are we switching maps, or are you still staying this force map?
Yeah, I'm fixing to put y'all over there. I was kind of waiting just for an answer to see where y'all were gonna go, to see what map to load, but I'll just load the city map. How about that?
That's cool.
Well, Rowan's going to go find Thebe, because she's got a gift from
What?
Carvana.
The hell just happened? Oh.
Is that music playing or no?
No. There will be here in just a second.
Okay, it's just double checking.
There you go.
Cool.
All right. You said Thebe, or yeah, Thebe, as far as you know, was still sleeping it off in his room in the palace. Y'all had been asked to leave the palace. So actually, no. Y'all had moved to the house already next to Grease. So yeah, that's, as far as you know, that's where Thebe would be. But Thebe's right there. You can ask him yourself.
So I find Thebe.
Andres, sir.
What?
She was. Oh, go ahead, Rowan.
Do I find Thebe at the house?
What house?
Our
Oh,
house.
the house they bought for you?
Yeah.
House in the middle.
Depends. Did they disturb Thebe when he was sleeping? Be like, hey, you gotta go?
Yeah.
Yeah, they moved. They had to wake you up to move you from the palace to the house next door to Grease's house.
Yeah, Thebe is in bed, sleeping. There's like a little pile of leaves on the floor and some burnt ashes. You'll see next to it, there's Esper kind of laying on the ground, and some arrows, and a weird bag that has a stank-ass odor. You're not sure what it is, though.
It's been more than 4 days, Thebe.
Yeah, Thebe, you are. Yeah. You don't have any levels of exhaustion at this point, by the way.
Okay.
Because they took them 2 days to travel from the monastery to Sorge, and then 2 days to go back. So it's been 4 days. They've been gone for 4 days.
Gotcha.
So you're good.
Yeah, when you walk into this room, as we described, Thieves still sleeping, even despite not having exhaustion. You see him in bed sleeping.
Veeb!
Dude! Do not wake people up by yelling their name. That's rude, Rowan.
I have a gift though from Carvana.
Yeah, you see
I
Thieves.
want this.
You see Thieves' elongated ears perk up at the mention of Carvana, and rather than asking about it, you just hear, "Is that?"
I think you might want this.
He's like just sniffing, trying to smell it.
I hold up a bag where the moss is.
Yeah, Thebe begins making his way over to you, kind of bent over but nose leading, as he moves slowly, kind of like a dog thinking he just found his treat.
What if you could train him with this bag?
Vex
That's
just kind
funny.
of looks at him weirdly, like, why walk like that?
Wait, what did Beck say?
Why walk like that?
Oh, why walk like that?
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, Thebe is tunnel visioned on that bag. It doesn't look like it registered. Whatever you just said. He holds out a hand to Rowan.
I have a dare for you. And then I bet you can't smoke all of this within 3 days before I...
Took 4 days to get here.
What? No, it doesn't decay. Adam clarified.
Oh, okay.
No. He has.
Oh, okay.
Once he starts smoking it, he has to consume the entire bag within 72 hours.
I bet you can't smoke all of this before I can convince Elzix to give me a diamond worth more than 10,000 gold.
Yeah, Thebe like lights up. He's like, "You're on, dude. Let's go."
Okay.
And holds out his hand.
Okay.
He doesn't even waste time. Like, you hand over the bag and it never really stops moving. It goes right over to the spot, and Thebe starts going to town right then and there. Like, he woke up. This is the only thing he has going on. He doesn't know anything about the battle going on in Harrogath or whatever. This is his mission, and he's gonna try and do it in under 3 hours, not 3 days.
That's not possible.
Well, he's going for it. If someone were to accomplish this, it'd be him trying.
Bro's got Looney Tune vacuum lungs.
Oh my god.
Okay, so within the bag there are some dried up leaves and some almost iridescent colored moss. But it's not iridescent like you would think, like all the rainbows, right? It's more blues and greens and maybe a dark red. But the lighter colors, the yellow and all that, it's not in there. It's more foresty colors, but that iridescent mix. You've never seen anything like this. And it smells, it doesn't smell like something you'd normally smoke. It has almost a perfume smell to it. It smells good, but it's a sweet smell.
Okay. So, like, kind of being intrigued by these, like, unique plants, I think he finishes packing the first cigar and takes a minute and recognizes what's about to happen, truly. It pulls out a couple, we'll call them, like, planters. I established that Thief had planters, I think, a long-ass time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And takes a snippet of each using his herbology kit and just kind of plants them within a contained space that he's going to nurture over time so that he can potentially regrow, if it's possible, some of this stuff. Kind of snipping it, if possible, where it might have that effect, like at its stem or root, if it has a root specifically. At least for the plants that are capable. You said one of these is like a moss, so it might need to be put on top of another plant or something.
Yeah. Do
What
you
else
do
do
this
you
in
do?
front of Rowan, or?
Yeah, he's just doing that right there. He's not,
Yeah,
it's not like a
okay.
hidden thing.
Yeah, you see him doing this, Rowan. You see him taking some off and kind of planting it.
Don't hate the process. This is for later.
I mean, Kavana said you had to smoke it all. I don't know.
Oh, it'll get smoked.
I mean... Okay.
Wait,
Alright.
I don't understand. Like, wait, Carvana said this? How's that dude doing? Is he good? Or
Well,
Be a
he's
tree.
no longer just a tree. He's like a talking, moving tree.
what?
Like,
Really?
yeah, he can move his arms and stuff, and he can talk, and he blinks. He can also
So he's
turn
a
his
tree
head.
folk. He's an ent.
I guess so.
Huh.
Gonna pause
Wait, and
the- Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
he said I had to smoke this? Like, I'm trying to follow.
Well, he said it was a gift for you. I'm guessing it'll decay if you don't smoke it within 3 days. He just said you had to smoke it all within 3 days. That's it.
Okay. If that's the case, I mean, and I haven't really done this, but I could just distill it and it'll be way more pure and I do it way faster. It's basically like, have you ever heard of something called drugs? Well, it's kind of like you make it into this, it's like a new science. It's called drugs. You make it into a more pure distilled form. It's like medicine. That's another way to put it. I could turn it into medicine.
Do I know if that would work?
You don't. You have no idea. As Rowan, I don't think she knows anything about herbalism and stuff like that. Are you proficient in herbalism?
No,
Okay,
absolutely
then-
not.
No, you have no idea what he's talking about. You just know that the instructions were specific. That once he starts to smoke it, it has to be all consumed within 3 days.
I mean, Kavana was very insistent that it had to be smoked within 3 days.
All right.
I'm
If that's the case, you see him like take the little stem, all of it.
yeah.
Such a shame. I don't know what this is.
I mean, Thief, think of it this way.
Yeah.
Think of
Uh-huh.
it this way, right? If this is more potent than what you took off Kavana before he turned into an ent, as you call it. Like, if you smoke all this, and then we go back to Sorge, and Kavana has somehow evolved more, maybe he has something better that you could save.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Okay. Oh, thank you. I was worried that I was like being greedy, and it was like all for me, and I couldn't share. You know what I mean? Like,
no. Kavana seems
this is for
very,
Kavana.
very, very willing to share.
all right, I'm doing this for Carvana. You see Thief like undo everything and just he goes right back to plan A. He is 3 hours. He doesn't know that he can't do it in 3 hours.
I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Hey, welcome back. Had to take a break. Sorry about that, but let's jump right back into this. So Rowan is leaving Thebe to try and consume some shit. What's everybody else doing here in Lutgo Lane? Y'all did, by the way, just hear that a city in the north is being besieged by Bale's minions. So, there's that.
I mean, yes, but I figured I'd let someone else talk. But so first of all, we identified that necklace.
Yep.
Of shifting.
Yes.
I would speak with the party to see who would have the best use for it.
Does everybody know what that does? Did everybody hear the identification process?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
So,
Twice per level.
Twice per day.
Sorry, not level. Twice per long rest. As an action, you can switch places with an ally.
within so many feet, right?
You didn't give me the feet, though.
It's 30 feet. So
Within
anybody
30.
you can see within 30 feet, you can swap places with them like Misty Step twice per day.
I'm sorry. You said as an action?
Yeah.
Yes, it does take your
Doesn't
action to
make
do
it
so.
that appealing if it's an action, right?
I mean, if you got a friend about to get that final blow to their head and you have that necklace, you can swap places with them.
To quickly expedite things, I think it should go to the either I'm gonna say either melee character, so that it swaps a person who's in danger with someone who's gonna be able to take the hit. Vec would be nice since he's got good movement anyway. Actually, no.
It takes your action, but you obviously still have your movement and your bonus action left for the round.
Yeah, I mean, I would say either Ross because he can, teleport away as a bonus action, or
Wait. It's...
what?
Let me look at this again.
Yeah, that action part is what kind of makes it tough.
Reaction. It takes your reaction. Not your action. Your reaction.
Oh, a reaction.
That
Okay.
changes things.
Sorry.
I would
Kinda
say
does.
either one of the two squishiest party members or one of the two tankiest party members should take it.
Better on tanks, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Because they'd be able to get in and hit immediately.
Right. I think either tank's good, because thinking about Ross, he has the flying boots. It's just whoever wants to, honestly. So if anyone's not partial to it, roll a d20 and then goes to one of them. Unless someone's partial to it. If you're partial to it, speak up.
Yeah.
It'll be yours.
I mean, it makes
Whichever
sense.
tank is fine.
It makes sense to go on a squishy too, as Josh said, simply because if they're in a bind, they can swap places with somebody that's not so much in a bind if they have to, So
I put a vote in for giving it to Ross, simply because Vec has more than enough movement to compensate.
Yeah, I have like 50 movement. And when I'm taking a potion, I have 60 movement, so.
Then I would give someone my Amulet of Health. Never procced.
That's the
How it works?
one-time save, right?
Yep.
what does that one do? That's the death ward, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck you, Adam. I hate it.
That's a nice necklace, dude. It's a damn good necklace to have.
Eat my dick. What is? Oh, I know what this is. Okay.
They tripped out with two necklaces.
Anyone want a necklace? I mean, that would go good on a squishy character.
Yeah, the death ward.
Yep.
Definitely give that to a squishy.
Anthony, are you listening to this? Wait, did Anthony
Yep,
ever
yep.
say that he was back? Oh, there he is.
What's up?
There's a necklace up for grabs. It's basically a death ward. Essentially, if you get dropped to 0 hit points, the necklace shatters and brings you back up to 1 hit point.
That's pretty cool.
So it's people are kind of voting on it here.
It does take attunement, so consider that.
Yeah,
What's the vote leaning towards?
one of the squishiest.
I personally would say that Simon has more tools to avoid damage than Boros. Because, I mean, evasion's great. You've got uncanny dodge sometimes. So,
Simon also is very good at stealthing and staying away
yeah.
from getting hit.
What about Thebe? Is he squishy?
Ish. But
Not as much.
He's kind of
Yeah.
like in the middle right now.
Oh, okay.
He's like
Yeah.
fine. It might be look, maybe unpopular opinion, but I kind of like it on someone who can res, like Rowan, personally.
Yeah. Bro,
I
how
don't
many
know.
attunement slots do you have left?
What, me?
Yes.
Yeah. No, the
'Cause
other
I'm also
character
thinking
you
on.
play.
Yeah, the opposite version of Rowan.
Anti-Rowan.
Nega Rowan.
Yeah.
It's the Nega Chin!
How many what does she have left?
How many attunement slots?
Oh,
2. I'm only attuned to Kavath.
I also probably want to give you my boots.
But I also can cast Death Ward on myself.
Still want to give you my boots.
Yeah, personally, I think it's more useful on someone with low health because they're more likely to get the one shot. You know what I mean? To get one tapped.
And
Yeah.
also, after this level up, I'm 199 hit points, guys.
I'm unkillable! Unlimited power!
Got it. Rowan can't die. That's what I'm hearing.
Power.
Alright,
Now,
Ross puts his hat in. He's gonna reach out to Boros with it. Someone else can snatch it. He's not even looking as he kind of like smells this new necklace.
He's smelling it. No, I'll take it. Actually, how many attunement slots do I have? Okay, good. I have one left.
Ian, can you swap it? Because you removed the swapping thing, trade thing.
Yeah. Ross, and you're giving it to Boros. You're taking it for sure.
I'll take it.
Okay. I gotta find it on Ross's sheet. He's got so much shit on here.
Under equipment. It's under equipment.
Amulet of Life. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. It is now on Boros. Or is it? Did it go?
It is. Yeah, it's
there
here.
it is. Okay. So make sure you have it equipped and attuned.
Also, who has the jug of replenishment or whatever?
Ross.
Me. I don't trust none of you with it.
the cancer of endless energy drink.
I would recommend that we all refill vials.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. How
Are-
many vials do I have
really?
left? Oh, I have
After
0.
the ordeal of the last fight.
Everyone except the.
Everyone except Thebe.
Damn.
Wow.
That's
Nah,
fucked up.
Thebe's gonna do it. Thebe's, as long as he's not too high. I don't know.
All right. Well, as you guys leave Thebe and y'all are kind of discussing these necklaces, where are y'all headed? Any place in particular?
I'm trying to give people a chance to say stuff.
But
There
nobody's
are
saying
things
anything.
going on. Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to give people chances to say something too. I feel like I talk a lot, guys.
It's fine.
Hey,
Some people
Boros,
are
I don't-
talkers, some people are doers.
Boros, what you want to do?
Oh fuck!
I
I
mean-
mean, in the spot.
That's right.
You're
You're in the spotlight.
No, I was actually gonna speak up next.
Nice.
I am. We're still all at the house, right?
Yeah, you're kind of maybe in front of the house at this point, leaving. As I mean, there's no real
We're king of the hilling it up.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing stopping anyone from like separating from the main party. Like,
right.
I went to go find Thebe.
There's
You
no
guys
Yeah.
have your own
there's no
thing to-
destination for the group. Y'all are just kind of wandering at the moment because, one, you're going over these necklaces. Two, you're kind of figuring out, okay, where do we go from here? So everybody's just kind of whatever.
Mhm.
Oh, I know where to go next.
I'm
Is-
actually going to pull Ross to the side. Over a little away from the group, so that we're just out of earshot. May I speak to you about a matter?
He's got to down some alcohol first.
Okay.
Oh shit! You right? You right?
Um. Yes, of course. And I would, motion for you to lead the way.
We'll go off. Ever since we went to Solje, I recognized that place. I've been there before. Not as I am, but as I was. And ever since, seeing familiar sights unfamiliar to me, I've been hearing something in my head. A voice. His voice. I'm not sure what to make of it.
Yeah, I look at you and try not to. I want to convey that I'm not concerned. I would ask, feel about this? Do you? I feel like I'm cutting out. Do you wish to find out more about Lazarus, or are you happy the way you are?
I've heard the stories and the tales, and now I've seen his memories. I can't help but think he's trying to reach out to me.
I've heard there are. I guess one would need to even understand how you came to be. Tried to meditation. Get an elven companion who would speak of trances, and I kind of gesture like, I don't know. Sounded like a communion of spirits. That's where Boros exists now. Or Lazarus exists now.
It's possible, but I think he used to wield a horn, did he not?
Did.
I feel as though that might have something to do with this.
I don't know that Ross knows. I won't speak for everyone else, but I don't know that Ross knows where the horn went. Out of character, I believe it's attached to Boros' head, yeah?
I think when it originally disappeared, everyone noticed that Lazarus's horn
Yeah.
looked lopsided.
And there were runes on it, much like the one he carried.
Yeah, so I would say perhaps it has something to do with the horn. What up, Danny?
Perhaps. I'll think on it. I'll try communing tonight, meditating. See if I can reach out.
I could keep watch, just in case something strange happens.
Strange.
Yes, I mean, I've communed with spirits. It can be strange at times. But I'm sure that if it's Lazarus, everything is fine. I was just saying, I don't sleep much, so it would be good to have something to do.
Well, then I'll welcome your company tonight.
Yeah, my shoulders, they lower a little bit in relief as you hear a finally something to pass the hours. Why did
No.
you share this with me and none of the others?
From my memories, I could see that he was very dear to them. I did not want them to worry about my safety or his. And with everything else going on in the world, I figured they might think a possession or some sort of trickery was afoot.
I'll see to it that nothing untoward happens to you. You have my word.
And he'll give you a nod and start making his way back to the group.
I think I would remain behind, watching him depart.
Okay.
Okay. Take Boris as initiative.
All right. Vec,
Hello.
what are you doing?
Vec is going to try to remember to see if there is any place in town that might sell some health potions of some sort, of some kind. Just to pick some up, just in case.
Sure. What was it? Atma's? Yeah. Atma's. She has potions and ointments of different types.
Okay.
Of course. Wait. Vec doesn't know that. Never mind. Vec wasn't here for that. If you were to ask the group, I'm sure they would remember this. So. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody would tell you that there is a place, and kind of point it out to you, so sure. You have money.
I have 300 gold in my name. That's on this character only.
Okay.
He's been kind of solely relying on like the entire party to pay for everything because he has barely any money to himself.
Well, y'all haven't really bought anything, honestly, since you've been here. So,
Yeah.
but
Everything
yeah,
was either found or provided.
There is a place you are more than welcome to go to if you wish.
Yep.
So, would you head there by yourself? Everything at this point seems pretty safe. The safest you've seen this city since you've been here, anyways. So,
Yeah. He'll head there by himself because everyone seems to be like either doing a thing or they're talking to each other about something, so he just doesn't want to disturb them, so he'll just head there by himself.
Sure. You find it easy enough. It's actually there's actually Vec can read, right? You can read common?
That's a good question.
Oh jeez.
Yes, he can. How does one tell if they could read?
That's up to you. It's your choice, man. I mean, can he
Okay.
read common, or can he?
He can speak it, and he can read very little.
So sounding things out, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in that still
Yeah.
that learning stage.
Yeah, I'm basing it off his intelligence right now because he's dumb. But
He's got an 8 intelligence. That's just slightly lower than average intelligence.
yeah, so he can hear it just fine. Speak it okay. Read it, that requires a little bit more brain power.
Well, I'll say you find Atmos with a little trouble, but you still find it as it was pointed out to you. And I'm sure there's people along the way you could ask. But you do find a small little shop. Hanging out in front, there are, looks like different types of herbs that have been kind of hung out to dry. There's this kind of earthy smell coming from the building. that you know, roots and herbs and things of that sort, kind of wafting in the air. And as you walk in, you have to kind of duck, you know, to go through the threshold. And you see an elderly lady, long gray hair, kind of hunched over in a corner, messing with some bottles. As you hear the clink, 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 her, you know, the bottles tinking around. I'll be with you in a moment. She says this with her back turned to you.
Either she doesn't see me very well and just looks at me as a tall person, or she shrieks in terror.
Well, her back is turned to you at the moment, so.
Yeah, when she turns around, that is.
But yeah, after a moment of her situating these vials on this little shelf, she stands. You see her, she kind of places her hand on her back when she stands. She stiffens a little bit, kind of stretching out there, and then she slowly turns around, and yeah, there is a startled look on her face, but her only response to seeing you is, "Oh, they didn't lie. You are quite the monstrosity."
Sorry.
No, I did not mean to offend.
Hi. As he kind of just says with a toothy grin.
She kind of smiles. Hi, my name is Atma. You do speak, yes? Understand?
Yeah, he just nods his head. Yes.
Very well. What can I do you for?
He's like trying to think of the words. Potion. Healing.
Oh, yes, you do have a few. You have coin? She kind of looks at you with a grin.
Goes over to his side and pulls out like a small sack to him, but kind of like a regular to like medium-sized sack to most people, I guess. Yes.
Oh, that'll do. That'll do. She hurries to the back, and you know what? They've been through some shit. So, roll me. First off, roll me a percentile dice. You're trying to get over 65%, so you're trying to roll higher than 65. Wow, dead center. Okay, well.
Damn.
She says she comes back after a few moments, and she has this kind of a wooden hand carved rack with vials in it. And she comes up to you and she says, "Unfortunately, I don't have many left. It'll be a few days before I can make some more, if you can wait. But well, here's what I have." Basically, she has 3 level 1 potions and 1 level 2 and 1 level 3.
Those are probably going to cost a lot more than what he has. Yeah,
Well,
just...
she looks at you staring. Sees you kind of looking at him. Ah, okay. These 3 here, and she points to the smaller vials. These will run you 50 gold each. This one here, she points to the middle one, the level 2 one. This one is 100, and then this one is 200.
He kind of like, with like 2 fingers, he just like points at the level 2 and the level 3.
Good.
Those.
All right. That'll be 300 gold. Wait.
Looks...
Wait. Let me see something. I fucked up on the prices. The level 3 is 300 gold. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Level 2 is
Uh,
150.
Okay. Then he'll just take the level 3 then.
Okay. So that one, yeah, I think that one deals. Was it 3d6 plus 3 times your Constitution modifier? So
Okay.
if you got a plus 5, that'd be 15. So to heal you for 3d6 plus 15. But I'll put it on your inventory.
Okay.
I mean in your inventory.
Yeah,
Their healing potions do different than the healing potions you're used to in regular D&D.
Right. Yeah, he just takes the entire bag and just places it on the table.
And there you go. You have one level 3 healing potion in your inventory.
Huzzah. Yeah, he takes the potion, puts it in his backpack. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
As he
Hopefully you never
tries to
need it.
enunciate it. Hopefully. Do you need help with anything?
She looks at you. She looks down at your rather large paws. I don't think I have anything someone of your stature could help me with. Sorry. You're quite large compared to her.
Well, yeah, she's like probably like this tiny little lady.
Yeah, she's like 5'3" maybe. You know, elderly. She's not. She's strongly made. She's not hefty. She's not big, but she's not small either. You know, she's
Right,
Smaller
yeah.
than me.
So, but she is. I mean, she's elderly. You know, but she carries herself well. But she just looks at your big mitts there, and she's like, she don't know you, right? So she don't know what you're capable of. She thinks you're just probably not dexterous enough or gentle enough to do whatever she does. So
I mean, if we're not leaving now, because I don't know when as a group we're leaving to do other things.
Should be very soon. Should have been a long time ago, honestly.
Okay.
But here we are. We get caught up in other stuff.
True.
that's the fun of it, though, right?
Okay then. Then what he'll also do I don't know. I guess kind of leave like a calling card sort of esque. Vec is gonna go in his pouch or his backpack, and he's kind of like prepared like one of these little like baggies of kind of like trail mix and snacks. He just pulls one out and just gives it to her. For you, I made.
She looks at it quizzically, kind of one eyebrow raised, and not that I'm ungrateful, but what exactly is this? She kind of peers into the pouch.
Inside of the pouch is gonna be like cut cheeses, some fruits,
Gotcha. Trail mix.
it's trail mix basically.
Yeah.
I cook for my friends.
Fucking Ross. Oh, okay. She actually reaches in and takes a piece of cheese and smells it, puts it in her mouth. Well, thank you. I'll be sure to enjoy this.
And just with that, he just waves goodbye and just leaves.
Gotcha. What's your passive perception?
16.
Yeah, on your way out, you hear her under her breath as you turn and walk away. Strange creature.
almost pausing like after leaving the door, like just kind of just looking left and right. He hears it and just continues on.
Okay. Simon, where you at, buddy? Are you wandering with somebody else, or are you chilling in the house with Thebe? What you doing?
I'm watching Thiep smoke that entire bag.
All right.
Also on the sign, she gets 6 temporary hit points.
Oh, Atma? Nice.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
For 8
circle back.
hours.
We'll circle back to Rowan. Where's Rowan headed?
I'm looking for Deckard.
It takes you a little bit. I'd say maybe 30 minutes or so to find a definite answer, as people seem to be like, oh, well, I saw him here. Oh, I think he was over there. No, he was you know. So, but you finally are able to locate him. He is with Elzix in Elzix's shop.
Oh, perfect. 2 birds with 1 stone. Unless you don't have that saying here.
Oh,
I say that
Rowan,
that's
dear.
Rowan.
You were looking for me or us, I guess?
Both of you, yes. We just returned from Sorge. It's holding up. I thought it was gonna be in ruins, but it's actually not.
So some of the rogues survived then.
Yes, they did.
Oh, that's good to hear. I feared the worst.
We also spoke with Kavana. Worldtree Kavana?
Kavana. Oh, the young man who had his leg ripped off, yes?
Yes.
You spoke with him. Last we saw him, he was, well, a tree.
Well, I don't know the specifics of it, but he can now move and talk. And he's basically become one with the world tree. And can probably hear me talking about him right now, actually.
Fascinating. I'll very much have to see this. Trivana, I guess we could call him. He just kind of he completely forgets that you were here to ask him something, and he's kind of off in his own little world, thinking of the possibilities here, I guess, contemplating.
Anyway, Kavana informed me that Harrogath was under attack by Bale.
Oh dear.
Where is that? He said north. That was it.
Do I still have this map? Hold on. Oh, I never put it in Foundry. I don't think I did. Let me see. Oh, yes, I did. Pull this up. Yeah. So, Harrogath, that's not good. That means Bale has figured out where the World Stone is. Oh, this is not good at all. If the barbarians are a strong people, and the city is vast, there are thousands and thousands of them, but I fear they cannot hold off a siege of Bale's kin for long. If they cannot stop him, there's nothing between him and the World Stone.
Well, it took 2 days for us to travel from Sorge back here. So I think they've been under siege for a while now.
Oh dear. Yes, well, this does not bode well. It is several weeks' travel from here, honestly.
Several weeks.
I have no way. I shut down the waypoints. Otherwise, I could have traveled there instantly, but I must go there again to reactivate the one in Harrogath.
Deckard, that memory trick that you Haradrim can do, can you send... You said that that's how you pass information to one another. The last time I spoke to you, yes?
Yes, dear, we hand down our traditions and memories to the next generation.
I have a means of instantly teleporting to a location with several others. But I have to know where the location where I'm landing is. Would you be able to use your ability to send me the memories of Harrogath?
Oh, I could. It's been quite some time. Do you need details? What exactly do you need to know?
I need an image of a location, as detailed and specific as possible. So that I don't land somewhere else.
Huh? He just kind of chuckles. Well, I can't exactly picture much of the city anymore, but there was a bluff. I spent some time with, oh, well, you see a smile on his face. It doesn't matter. I was young, but, there's this bluff I recall very fondly, just outside of the city walls. Would that suffice, dear?
Yes, as close as possible to Harrogath.
Well, if that will do, I can certainly share this memory with you. But if they are under siege, maybe not such a good place to go.
It would drop us possibly in the middle of a conflict. Are you able to send multiple memories?
I can, yes, I can send a lifetime of memories, but these are, well, these are more personal memories. These are not something that we are trained to retain for the passing of such knowledge. Just going to the cities, usually those things are more of, here's a world map, and here's the city of Harrogath. The memories of specific places are more personal, dear. So I've kind of forgotten a lot over the time.
That's
the only
fine.
place I can remember in great detail is, as I said, the bluff just outside the walls.
Okay. Then... if you can, I would very much appreciate you sending me that memory.
Yes, certainly. But I ask you a favor in return.
Yes.
If it is safe, or once you are safe, come back for me. I can go to Harrogath. If you can do so again and take me with you, I can re-establish the waypoint for faster travel.
Yes, then I promise.
Very well. Do you need this now?
Within the next day, I need to speak to my allies.
Very well.
I think I would call them now at this point.
Okay. Oh, very well. That means I can finish up what me and Elzix are doing here.
Okay.
You see them actually now that he says that. You see that they have Elzix and Deckard both have several gems laid out in front of them with a couple of vials of some strange-looking chemicals, and there's a large book opened on the desk. And there's a language that you do not understand in the book. It looks like they are going through the process of enchanting some more of these gems.
Okay. Well, I will leave you both to this. I will return at a later time.
They don't even acknowledge that. They just a slight nod and that's it.
Okay. I'm going.
Hang on, my dog's trying to come in the room. Hold on. Never mind, they were after my wife. Sorry. Okay. So you were heading to where now? I'm sorry. Back to group?
To talk to Ross?
Ross, you ready for some more RP, bro? It's been a while.
Well, I mean, is our boy? I guess Steve is doing his thing, so fair
Well,
enough.
it's more like I'm going to try to find Ross because at this point he's been like the leader of the group in terms of combat and stuff.
Thought Simon was the leader of the group.
I thought Rowan was the leader of the group.
Simon's the face of the group.
We're all the leader of the group. There you go. Collectively.
Here we go.
We
If I
are
can't
Legion.
If I can't
Oh,
find
no.
Ross, then I'm going to find basically the largest gathering of our party. So if anyone's sticking together, I would.
Okay, I will say this. I will throw this opportunity out there. You guys are well. I mean, you know full well that Simon can keep this mental link up. If you guys landed in a city, y'all are freshly rest. You know, I'm sure if splitting up, that would have been the first thing. Somebody, hey Simon, can you, you know, so.
Exactly what I was gonna ask.
So Simon, would you have done that for the group?
It'd be really funny if it was.
Be petty.
Yeah,
and
I'm pretty
selfish.
sure that was already up.
And if so, go ahead and roll me a d10, see how long we got here. But yeah, so Rowan, you do have this mental link established, so you can easily find the group. One fucking hour. Holy shit.
Been gone already.
It's almost up.
Speak fast.
I hope someone. I
20
hope someone
words.
gets cuts off in the middle of it.
No, God, please, no.
Okay, everyone. If you can, let's meet up at the house. Deckard says that he has a memory that he can give me for our teleportation to Harrogath.
How much time will you need to actually make the transfer?
He's in the middle of some enchantments with L6, so I will return in a few hours to get that memory transferred. But that memory will land us outside of the city walls, where they are probably fighting.
Doesn't matter. I was going to seek out Draven. Could you give me those few hours before you leave to seek him out?
Sure. I don't know how you're gonna find him. He didn't seem to want to be found last time.
Yeah, I don't answer you.
Thebe.
Dude.
Yeah, you begin to smoke this cigar that you've rolled, right? I'm gonna call it a cigar. I'm not gonna call it what it is. I'm gonna call it a cigar because we're trying to keep this PG, right? No. Anyways,
I'm going at it. Yeah.
And about halfway through, you begin to feel it's not the same it's not the same feeling you get from smoking some of the other stuff you have, some of the other herbs. It's more of that
Talk to me,
feeling,
Chief.
that feeling you
Yeah.
get when you've accomplished something that you've been attempting for a long time. That almost that euphoria feeling, that holy shit, I've done it. Or when you've been trying to teach yourself or learn something, and it finally clicks. You know, that rush you get when you're like, holy fuck, I got it, I understand it. It's that. And there is a connection. You almost feel a tingling in your feet. Enough to make you want to remove... let me ask you this first, before we go further. Is Thebe the kind of guy that goes around barefooted when he can?
Yeah, why not? I mean, as long as it's on dirt, though. Like, it's not that good on stone.
Right.
So,
Um,
gotta touch grass, earth,
right.
you know?
There's a tingling in your feet within this home.
Okay.
Where you kind of yearn for that connection to nature. And in the process, you kind of find yourself wandering outside of the home.
Oh, okay, I've done this before, yeah.
And you are barefooted. You have taken your boots off, and you look down and you feel this tingling as you kind of waggle your toes in the sand of the streets here in Luke Lane. And you feel a worldly presence almost.
Oh, I got the nature boner. Okay.
You feel, again, this connection to nature that you, as a druid, have kind of based your life on. I mean, your path on, right? But it's much deeper than anything you've ever felt. You can feel small organisms, animals, critters, creatures, whatever, in the earth around you. You can almost visualize them in their movements through the sand. You feel a world that you are not familiar with. You feel lands, you sense lands in faraway places that are strange and foreign to you. This isn't home, but you still have a connection, and your mind begins to see different worlds, I guess. You visualize your world, and you can visualize this world. You can almost make out the continent that you're standing on. You can almost see it from like a God's eye view. And there's this expanse of nothing in your mind that begins to fill with knowledge and history and just information from this world that you have no reason to even be aware of. And after a few moments, you feel as this cigar begins to burn your fingers, that is down to nothing in your hands, and you are almost in a fog of euphoria. I guess a good way to explain it is yeah, to take you out of the game here, in the movie The Matrix, when they plug Neo in and teach him kung fu, it's kind of that. It's kind of that. Like, this information is just being downloaded into Thebe.
I know kung fu.
And you crave more.
Yeah, I was gonna say it started out as a dare, but now Thieves got the nature boner, like hard, full on, barely walk type thing, right? So he finishes, and it's like a little bit of a panic. Like he goes to grab it, knocks the baggie over, eyes kind of double backed, watering a little bit as he tries to piece together as fast as he can uh, another cigar, trying to get back into it.
Yeah.
He can't get enough of this.
You're doing this and you're almost in a fog. Like it's hard to focus on what your hands are doing because your mind's eye is seeing all this other stuff and trying to take in all this knowledge and wisdom. And it's hard to focus on the here and now and focus on what your hands are doing. It's almost like you need to take a minute. You need to sit and may either sleep this off or meditate or on this or something. But you're trying to roll another cigar. You're trying to make another cigar, and you keep dropping the you drop the wrap, or you drop the leaves, or you spill the moss. You're constantly having to regather everything, and it becomes frustrating. You have to make a choice. Do you want to absorb the knowledge that is trying to be downloaded into your mind at the moment, or do you want to push it aside to smoke more?
Yeah, Thebe is a pleasure-driven man. Fuck the knowledge. He wants the hit.
All right.
It's not necessarily the wisest choice, but it's the choice Thebe would absolutely make without even like being mindful of an alternative option.
Gotcha. Okay. You redouble your efforts and focus and try to push back that feeling and that mind's eye that is trying to show you strange and wonderful things in a new world. And you're like, fuck that, I want more of this. So yeah, you begin to roll another one. Simon.
And just to be clear, that's the choice Thebe is going to make every time, unless you some other thing.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it's your choice.
Yep.
Simon, you see Thebe
Simon is downloading.
downloading what?
I don't know, whatever's sitting in that hot boxed ass room Thieves in. You know.
You see Thebe get up and walk out without saying a word. He's just mid-toke, man, and he just gets up and walks out. You see him as before he leaves the room, he kicks one boot off, and then you hear clop pat, and then you hear the other boot hit the wall somewhere in the other room. And a few minutes later, he walks back in, and he's like, his eyes are, they're not red. Like, you've seen Thebe smoke this shit, and you've seen that bloodshot look in his eyes. His eyes are more like his pupils are pinpoint, right? Instead of the dilation that you normally see, they are pinpoint, and there is a brightness in his eyes, almost as if he is hyper focused. As he walks back in and doesn't even look at you, he kneels down and he begins to what looks like he's trying to roll another one of these cigars, and he's there for about 20 minutes, and you see him just fumbling, dropping stuff and having to scoop things back up, and you see him kind of close his eyes and shake his head, and then you see him go about it this time methodically, like he's done it 1,000 times. No spills, no restarting, just almost instantaneous. Pack it, roll it, lick it, done. And he tokes up another one. There's a tree growing in your crotch. What are y'all doing? Okay. Thetis? Okay. I guess, Boros, what would you do after Ross left you? Or after you left Ross, sorry.
I would have, with some daylight left, Well, it's still middle of the morning. If no one stops me, I would continue to the library
Okay.
and try to keep my mind off of things.
Okay. You get back in the library. As soon as you enter the library, there's a chill kind of runs down the back of your spine as you remember your last experience here. But you know that was, wasn't real. So the feeling passes quickly. But yeah, you step into the library. There are a couple of people here. There's an older woman here, looking through a book of something or other. You're not sure. There's a young couple here with a small child, probably best you could tell 8 or 9, and they are looking at books together with their child. Yeah, what are you looking to do anything in particular here?
I'm going to rifle through the columns and try to look for a book on any theories or any knowledge on passing spirits, and the souls that stay behind.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Investigación.
Jesus, yeah, you find several books that go into detail about very much the same type of knowledge you would have in your world. That the people here, when they die, they either go to hell, or they go to what they call, I think it's called Sharad. Anyways, they go to this place called Sharad, where they join the Celestials, and even after eons, they have a belief that they themselves can be bestowed some power by the Celestials, and themselves become one. There are cases in which souls have not moved on. There are cases of ghosts and hauntings recorded, just like any other world. There are cases of possession. It seems to be pretty much what you would know of souls in your world.
No more useful information than I could have come up with myself. I guess tonight we'll see. And then I'm gonna just continue perusing books, anything about magic, anything about the arcane.
Yeah, we'll keep
just
that
to keep
same
myself
roll.
busy.
You do find a book, kind of. There's a shelf, and as you're kind of going through the books, you see that a book has kind of been pushed behind the others and fallen flat on the shelf behind the line of books. It's covered in dust, and it kind of grabs your interest, like, why would that one be back there? And as you pull it out and kind of blow the dust off, you see a familiar... Wait, are you... Yeah, you would have seen. Yeah, you've been around Deckard enough. You see a familiar symbol upon the book. It's the same Herodric symbol that Deckard has on many of his belongings. And as you open it up, you see that there is diagrams and instructions, what looks like to be instructions of some kind, but it's in a language you can't understand.
Interesting.
There are drawings of what you would recognize as components for spells or rituals of some type. You're not sure because, again, you can't read it, but you do recognize that these are components of some type.
I'm going to. I'm going to. Damn it. Actually, no, yeah. I'm going to set this book back behind the rest on the shelf and make a mental note to ask Deckard about this.
Okay. Again, it looks like the book maybe just got shoved to the back on accident. It doesn't appear that it was placed there intentionally.
My memory is hazy. Am I able to check this book out of the library?
The books can leave the library, yes.
Okay. Then I'll take it with me back to the house.
Yeah, as you leave the library, you feel, as you're holding the book, you feel a slight tug, like something's trying to pull the book back, but it's not something that's hard to resist. It gives you the idea that possibly going too far from the library or a certain amount of time passes, the book would simply return to the library of its own accord through some magical means. But you get to your house, and the tug does not seem stronger, but it is still there.
Okay. I guess I'll wait for Deckard to finish his incantations before finding him.
Okay. Anybody else got anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did Thief, but Draven.
Right. Well, I'll wait for you to bring that up, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't want to push you into it, so.
He comes stumbling out of a bar, pissed drunk, kind of escorted by the bartender. He's been spending the last several days getting absolutely fucking slammed at this bar. And he probably would have got kicked out a long time ago had it not just been for him being a generally charismatic person and bullshitting his way out of, or being fun enough for the customers, or a hero enough for the city with the rapport he's built.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about time. He's been there for 3 days of nonstop binge drinking and debauchery.
Jesus Christ.
So you can imagine he's hammered. He smells a little bit. It looks like he had slept on the street. Oddly enough, maybe too comfortably, as if he's done it before. But based off my rolls, he's not in his right mind. So he would be stumbling his way over to Deckard, hammered out of his mind as best as he can.
If he's hammered, would he be able to locate Deckard is the issue.
I don't know, you tell me. I don't care if he does.
Give me some investigation roll. Yep, go ahead, Sean.
I mean, granted, it depends on what he's looking for. Deckard, I'm looking for Draven, so I'd be, searching Skyborn and all that.
Well, this all takes place within an hour. So, because we were jumping around, so while this was doing that, this was doing that.
Deckard.
So you're leaving Deckard. Sean had left Boros and was looking for Draven, and at that moment, Draven's stumbling out of the bar across town. So this is all kind of happening at the same time. So Ross, give me an investigation, because well, you know what? Would you be asking around, or would you just be Rossing it? Like looking for him on your own?
I think I'm, like I said, Skyborn, looking
Oh.
down.
Okay, so give me an investigation check.
He
No,
would
it's perception. Give me perception.
he'd
Okay.
probably have a good idea of where Draven would be, knowing him.
Yeah, I mean, I know what kind of person Draven is. I don't know that I would, it's whatever. What do you want, DM?
Yeah, perception, not disadvantage. This is visual, not hearing based or anything. So.
Brar. Oh, yay! I get a choice on whether it's advantage or disadvantage. I love it. I miss that. And welcome back. Welcome back.
You roll like shit.
I'm gonna use my inspiration, the bardic one.
Also,
Oh,
give me
sure.
some portents for the day.
All
just
right,
in
I didn't
case.
roll. Yeah.
This is a new day.
It is a new
You're
day.
new day.
Can I roll the bardic? I'm not gonna use my
You can
portent here.
do whatever, yeah.
Okay, D10.
But yes. Holy shit. All right, Draven, you're stumbling out of the bar. How would you go about looking for Deckard?
Sloppily.
Wow, that sucks.
Looking for well, he thinks Deckard's at the library, so he's heading that way. He wouldn't have any idea that Deckard's out and about being a normal human person with their own will or desires. He's fucking old man Deckard. He's sitting picking his belly button at his fucking library and doing whatever old men do, which is probably entertain themselves.
Well, that's perfect, because as you're heading across the yard, that's so funny, because y'all are actually headed towards each other. As Sean is up in the air flying over the wall into the main courtyard here, to head across, possibly towards the bar area, thinking, Draven, bar, probably trouble, right? And you heading towards the library. Sean, yeah, with an 18, you absolutely spot him stumbling through the yard. Even before you get to him, even with your issues, you hear him loudly and drunkenly ask if somebody has seen Deckard.
And
he's
I
not
also
necessarily
asked for
talking
the-
to anybody. He's almost just kind of asking it out loud to the world.
What were you saying?
I also ask where the ladies are. You hear that as well.
Yeah. Well, disapproving fatherly frown incoming as, like a falcon diving, just descend.
A state you're all too familiar with, seeing him like this.
Yep. And I make sure that my landing is as dramatic as possible. I mean, I wait till the last second to pull back so that when I land, like, dust kicks up, the breeze ruffles Draven's, stuff, and sand gets in his hair, all of it.
The Black Widow landing.
Absolutely.
Over here.
Flip the hair
Yep.
back and look at him.
Yeah. And my eyes are blazing as I think I would, I'm gonna be rough with you. I'm sorry, bud. I love you out of character. I'm grab you roughly by the shoulder. You sluggard! Look at you, filthy, disgusting, and drunk. Where have you been?
You're not a lady. That is not what I meant.
I am going to punch you in the face if you do not sober up right now. We're leaving, Draven.
Do it. But okay. So let me tell you something. Crosse, and he kind of takes his hands, holds them up, 2 fingers on each side. Let me tell you something. And he looks at you, and his head's kind of bobbling like a bobblehead, and he just vomits on your boots. It's just like a awkward pause.
Yep. Despite my anger, I mean, as you're vomiting, I would, keep your hair out of your face and.
Aww.
Ah.
Good to know where the lights are.
Yeah.
Piece of shit. Are you okay?
No, it's with practice, right? I've seen this before.
Almost habit.
Well, no, it's not. I don't think it would be habit.
Oh,
Draven is theatrical, but he's usually got a rhyme and reason, even if it seems stupid. There is usually a reason. This is sloppy for him. Is that right, Andra?
Yeah, this is extra. I mean, we're talking 3 days of debauchery. Usually it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I got drunk, that was cool. Let me do other things while I'm drunk. This is drinking for the sake of binge drinking.
Exactly. That was my read of the situation.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I yank you back to your feet, and I don't even pay attention to the goop that's now sitting between us.
Yeah. Draven does though. It's pathetic. It's just this behavior is weird a little bit now. Like maybe you've just never seen Draven this drunk. Who knows? Oh, well, there was that one time,
Yeah, it's very rare. It's very
Yeah.
rare and not a good sign.
Taking his cape. He's pretty proud of that cape. That was a cape he wore, and he's starting to wipe off your boots with the vomit that got on it. Try and like clean your boots, like as if he realizes that he's made a mess on your shoes. It's maybe taking him a little bit too long. You can tell there's some sand now getting mixed up in it. He's not doing it very.
it's making it worse.
I growl. Will you get to your feet, you idiot? And I'm gonna grab you by the scruff of your collar and yank you up. Come with me. We are going to find Rowan and the others. Shut up! Don't say anything. If I hear you speak, I might be liable to toss you 300 feet from the air.
You know what? If you could do that, do it on the rocks. Like forget everything.
Yeah, I look at you spitefully, and I am drag guiding you towards back towards the house. What were you thinking? Where have you been? You didn't even come with us to Sorja. You left Rowan without a word, and besides that, you don't even know the information we learned. We need to set out within a few hours, and you're in this state? What's wrong with you? I know. I'm not doing it because
Yeah, I got you.
he
I got
deserves
you.
it.
Yeah. Draven just kind of looks at you, and pauses. You're carrying him, right? Let me make sure I picture the scene right.
Think more like underarm hook and like power walking. I'm probably a lot bigger than you, so I'm imagining my strides force you to kind of stumble, quicken your pace to keep up, that kind of thing.
Got you. Okay. Well, so if I'm sort of being carried a little bit by you, but we're sort of
Yeah.
locked around each other walking forward. Okay.
Carried, dragged.
If you were to look over at Draven while he's looking at you, you can see that his eyes are like kind of half open, and he just goes, "What did you say?" To all that after everything.
There is cold silence that meets you as we peel off the route from the going to the house. I imagine DM, there's somewhere I can get a pitcher of water.
This is a desert city. There is water everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I would, pay a gold for it without even thinking and saying thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna empty it like into your face, onto your head. Hoping it's cold. Is what I'm looking for.
If anything, he smells a little better now.
Yep.
Yeah.
There. At least you won't be as disgusting when we see the others. Come on. And I'm still dragging you. You can say whatever you need to say though.
You and I both know I'm not capable of being disgusting. I'm far too pretty.
Why are you acting like this now? We are about to face the fight of our lives, and we may die, both of us, and we won't even have made amends. Is this how you would honor their memory? We killed them! Damn you!
Yeah. Like he was like as you were talking the entire time you're like, why are you like this? He's just like pretty girls want a pretty girl. Like he's not even like lit, and then you say this is how you honor their memory, it kind of kicks in and he stops talking, sort of like to himself as you're talking. It's kind of like, you know, that like rude thing people do. You're talking and they're talking at
Yeah.
the same time as if you can tell they're not listening. It was that until you get to that component. And then silence from Draven. He goes, I'm sorry. I will clean up. And I think I gotta check his fucking author or spells because that would probably do it. Let me see if he has lesser restoration.
Oh shit, Draven's only level 10 in this version. Whoops.
Wow. All right, he's level 10, so he's just a.
Ooh, the powered.
You can look on D&D Beyond if you want.
Yeah,
I think he's
I'm
leveled
doing
up
that now.
there.
Oh yeah, he flexes half a bicep
I
or something.
totally forgot to level him up. Level everybody else up.
You didn't level me up. I had to come in and do my own level up.
Did you? No.
Did.
Really?
Oh,
I thought I took care of you.
that's not even to talk about the other one, which is way behind. I've got to figure out how I'm gonna fix that.
What other one? What are you talking about?
The one you made for the other one that you made for everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix that. So.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, so Draven doesn't have that spell. So yeah, he's gonna try and sober up the best he can. Maybe grabbing some water, whatever will be left within that pitcher, chugging it down.
But this is a
Sorry.
noticeable change, right?
Yeah, it looks like you got to him when you started talking about we killed them. Even in his drunken state, there's some respect. And he's like slapping his face a little bit. You're right. I'll fix it. I'm sorry, Ross. Rosé.
When you do that, I stop and I, kind of grab you by the collar and I, have you look at me. Why are you like this? This is ridiculous. And I'm trying to get you to meet my gaze. And, I understand like your head might be lolling and all that, but I'm trying to get you to not be yourself and open up.
Pero I was not always the man you see before you. It was someone else first. And I do not know how to face her. I do not know what to say. I do not know how to forgive her. And I do not know if I should be forgiven for what I did back. I would rather forget what I now know. And so I tried. I was on my way to see Deckard to see if he could take these memories away. I don't know if I want to see her. Ever. But I don't want her to die. I don't want you to die. And that's what your stupid face... You can tell he's still a little drunk. That's what your stupid face... And he kind of pulls out his pointy finger and like motions as if he's tapping you on the nose, like booping, but he doesn't have the depth perception needed. It's going to do if you keep fighting like you did last time. Charging into battle all, ooh, my face melted off. I don't need a face because I'm Rosé and my skull burns with the anger of 1,000 crying babies. And it's like a little pathetic taunt that he's just kind of slinging at you.
Okay. How good is your taunt? Like, I mean, I know you're off your game, but are you like you do are you doing that thing where you're wheedling? Is that what you're going for?
It's kind of like he's going in and out of trying to be. So he's trying to be real, but he's also drunk while doing this.
Okay.
And so his tittle tattle is almost like the half truths that come out when you are drunk. Where
Okay.
I mean, it seemed to me, and this could be wrong, but it seemed to me like this might be a sore subject. So there's a little bit of poke there, but also it's not a very good time. Like he's who cares if you're a crying baby without? I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
he said what he said. You know,
Okay. Okay. Got you.
I'll react to that.
That is, yeah, okay. So then I think there's a long moment where you can, I mean, if Draven pays any attention, he sees all the signs. There's like only a couple of instances, and the instance that we were brought here is one of them where there was kind of that stormy expression, the jawline clenched, like blood red, eyes getting bloodshot, that kind of thing. And yeah, like like a quick flash fire, it vanishes. And
I'm gonna get myself killed. Shit.
my hand, as I reach up and I slowly and deliberately place it onto your head, you feel this coolness spreading through you, and it has a sobering effect. As I will use some of my lay on hands damage.
Okay.
That would be 5.
I suspect this has been done to him before. So I would assume that Draven, you understand what is happening or what had just happened as you all of a sudden reach a newfound clarity that you haven't seen in a few days.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
As he strips all your hard work of to getting drunk, just strips it all away at a touch.
Yeah, you see Draven blink a few times, and then
If
look at you. Yep.
say another word. As my hand releases you, the other hand, the one that didn't just heal you, there's like almost like flecks of frost that come together, and suddenly the blade that you know very well appears. I will skewer you right here. We're going to that house. We need to meet the others. Then, after all this is done, you and I will talk. But for now, you get your shit together. Because guess what? If we don't do this, they will die, and the rest of this world will burn, and we'll never get to return to make amends for what we've done. Is that understood?
You see the same obnoxious smirk kind of go over Draven's face. This is sort of his way to acknowledge you and
Yeah.
some of the ways that Draven thinks you are at times. That smirk, a little infuriating, but also you know that that's his way to acknowledge what you said. He pauses for a moment, kind of mid walk. He says, "In all seriousness, do not say anything to anyone about what we talked about."
I won't. Not until I've wrung out exactly what you're talking about.
Cool. All right, perfect. What's that smell? Sudden
Yeah.
self-awareness.
I don't answer you as purposeful, like long strides to get to the house as soon as possible.
Yeah. A couple prestidigitations later. You're muted, bro.
I imagine
Okay.
you guys arrive at the house, and within 15, 20 minutes, the rest of the party kind of wanders in, single file there, um, as you all are all rejoined. The house smells weird. There's a mist or a cloud in the house. It doesn't smell like Thebes normal. aura about him. This has kind of a sweet smell, almost actually very much reminds you of Sorge.
Wait, Sorge had a smell?
Yeah, that was part of the pleasantness that was Sorge, that euphoric feeling that you got there, that peaceful sense of
Like
peace that you got there. But there was also a kind of a sweet smell in the air, like a pleasant smell, something
like
to kind of
fresh
draw you in.
fresh cut lawn kind of sweet, or more like sweet, like candy sweet.
It's more of a grandma's fresh baked cookies sweet.
Exactly like that
Okay.
movie Michael with John Travolta. He was like this fallen angel, and everywhere he went, he smelled like fresh baked cookies.
Yep.
Nice.
So yeah, y'all are all back in the house. I imagine Boros arrived back at the house first, with Simon and Thebe already being there, of course. Followed a few minutes later by Rowan, and then Ross and Vec and Draven all coming in within a few minutes of each other. Well, Ross and Draven at the same time, but
The moment I noticed Draven walk through the door, like, my eyes just kind of dart down. I'm very pointedly not looking at Draven.
Yeah. As he walks through the door too, he waves at everyone, general cordialness, and he immediately approaches Rowan. So-
my eyes are downward. I don't notice him approach.
Rowan. Strange woman.
What? Still not looking up.
We should probably talk. Pero, if you're looking down, do you remain looking down? Let me ask. Actually,
Yeah.
you see vomit on his boots.
No, DM.
No, I
I saw your boots
Prestidigitation.
too.
It
I pressed-
prestidigitation.
Oh, that's right, he
hooray.
did. That's right, he
Keep
did. I'm
up.
sorry.
Jeez.
They look,
Sorry.
they look fantastic.
Yep, he's sparkly.
He looks
Uh,
pristine.
um, That's so fucked up that you could lesser cure yourself and then prestidigitate and then be a completely normal, perfect human being after getting blackout drunk the night before. Only in D&D.
Yep.
There's a magic for that. Yeah, Draven looks at you,
Okay, Apple, calm
sees
down.
that you're looking down, and kind of sees it as an opportunity. And I do not really know what to say, so I will say this. And looks back over at Ross. It looks like whatever Deckard did not work. So, no harm, no foul. It messed with my mind a little bit. Everything's a little fuzzy. But if you were hoping for an answer, he kind of looks away just in case you look back up at this point. There's not one for you right now. So he looks off over to his left, away from your face.
Insight check. I'm looking up. Cause there's no fucking way. No fucking way. With his reaction after that, no fucking way.
All right. Give me hide your roll, Draven. So click the little thing and do a private roll. But deception or persuasion, your choice. You don't have to say which. And Rowan, give me an insight check.
Man, you want me to roll in this level 10 character? Hold on.
No.
Yeah, no.
Uh-oh.
Pull your stats from
Yeah, look at
D&D
D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll look it up real quick.
Or hold on, I'll do it. I'll do it this way. I'll roll the 20 and add the modifier.
All right, Draven.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Did anybody roll? Oh, okay, never mind. Why did my shit scroll down? What the hell? Okay, well. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
Rowan
It's that-
to 27 too. Well, what does she get from you, Phoebe? Draven?
It doesn't sit right. It's so this guy's like you saw him look away. There's some tells that make it seem super like sus. But also, dude, this guy's a fucking maniac. Like, what reason would he have to lie to you? Why would he hold info back? It doesn't explain of it. None of it makes sense. But also, like, damn, is he hard to read? Like, what?
Yeah.
Fucking sociopath.
He's hard to read, but you do believe him.
Then I'm sorry that you had to go through that for nothing then.
Yeah, well, don't feel too bad. Unless you want to, and then it's fine. Can I ask you a different question? As you're kind of conversing, you see kind of Draven look off to the left, but then he looks back at you and down at some of the different elements on your person. Do you have any symbols of saloon on you?
Her amulet, yes.
Okay. Is that your clerical order symbol, or where would your clerical order symbol be?
Oh, that's
Well,
it. That's her.
yeah,
That's her
that's it.
symbol. Her holy symbol is the
Okay,
the
yeah.
saloon. Yeah.
He kind of looks at it, and you, for a minute, see a frown go across his face. And kind of in a different tone than what he used before, he says to you, everything is fuzzy. I don't... Whatever I saw, it did not make sense. You know? Why would... I don't know if I trust what happened. And I certainly I don't have a clear picture of it, but we could talk more about it at a later point. From what I hear from Rosé, and he speaks a kind of louder voice to the rest of the room, it sounds like we are needed immediately. Which brings up the point. I will be traveling with you all, and I will be leading you. After that last fight, it appears, and you can tell his voice is getting more confident as he's talking to the room. It appears Russ is a bit preoccupied and distracted by his face burning off, and I will be taking over from here as leader. Does anyone object to that?
Boros, you'll see like Boros like slowly start to raise his hand, and then he just puts it back down. He wants to see where this is going.
Do you like the thing where he looks around to see who else is raising their hand? like obviously we have a problem with it. Who else is it? That's awesome. Good. Then we need to set out immediately. The town is already under siege. Do we have a plan to get there? Do we know where this Harrogath is?
Deckard will transfer his memories of that place to me. And I will teleport us there.
Yeah, when Draven looks over at you, he's not looking at you. He's looking at your uh, crest of saloon. All right, that is fine. If you can make arrangements for it in a fair and safe capacity, that would be perfect.
Andres, check your Discord. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you guys had other things to discuss, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Waiting for others to just say stuff.
If everyone is rested, we should head out immediately. For the sake of prosperity and cohesiveness, I do think someone should stay behind. And then he starts counting heads. Everyone in the room. Oh, never mind. We are the right number. Thebe is not in the room. He's busy smoking. Oh wait, would Simon be with Thebe or no? Or would he be with?
Simon, I think, is always with Thebe.
Yeah, but it's just Rowan had asked everyone to like gather.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
No one's gonna say anything.
Anthony, Simon, you there, bud? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
oh,
met
okay.
up with everybody else. What's going on?
Okay.
Good, Master Simon. It is good to see you. We were about to head out. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go, man.
All right.
Did you not hear the part where she said that Deckard is waiting to hand over the memories to her? That we'll need to wait on that particular point. We could do some research on what the layout of the city might be, maybe find out what points we can access. That's if we don't appear and arrive in the thick of it. We could also find out what the prince might be able to offer us in the way of help. What we've got now might be sufficient, but if we're going to fight for the fate of this world, Lute Ghislaine may be interested in making sure we succeed. But I'm sure you thought of all of that, Captain.
Yes, of course. Yeah, he like coughs. Yes, of course. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. Number one, if you arrive in the thick of it, that would be wonderful. I could imagine no better entrance that is more grand, glorious, or impactful than the fight going on right now. In regards to Lute Ghislaine, it is a par for course if Deckard is not ready. Truly, I do not actually know what the necessary requirement is for something like getting a memory ready. Would you not just be able to say it? That part confuses me. Rowan, what does that mean?
Similar to how Deckard tried to bring back memories, he will be doing the same to me, except in reverse.
Yeah, and as you understand it, Rowan, it's not so much that he needs to prepare for it, it's that he was asking if he wanted it now or could he finish what he was doing with Elzix first. That was the only thing.
I can go to him immediately to receive the memory.
And that is where we will all go. We will leave from there. Come, let's go. Even you, good seeing you, Vec. You look stunning today. A wonderful, wonderful animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, looking around, does everyone look as if they've got their gear and all that? Maybe
I
we
guess
just
from the
all just say it.
party?
Yeah.
Boros,
Yeah.
Okay.
did you have something to say there, Boros? You were kind of waiting for something.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to mention that I need to speak to Deckard as well.
Yep, that's why I was like, let's say something.
Okay. Well, I mean, y'all can all up and head. You know, I mean, y'all know exactly where Deckard is at the moment, so or at least Rowan does.
Yeah,
So-
Rowan does.
Yeah. In the meantime, I am going to mage armor myself.
There it is.
All right.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Also, if you didn't, I know we talked about it already, but if you didn't, those that have, if you have your necklace, make sure you're attuned to it, Boros. And the other necklace, oh my God, that was fucking loud.
You're welcome.
Who had the other necklace? Who did y'all decide? I can't remember.
Me.
You? Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's why he's got that one. So I don't have that made up in this version of Foundry just yet. Honestly, forgot
Gotcha.
about that. So I'll add it to your character during the week, though.
Okay, sounds
So,
good.
Yeah, I had it all set up on the Forge version, but anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys head off, and actually, at this point, as you guys get there, they're in the process of enchanting one particular ruby. Deckard is not so much helping with the enchantment. He is more there just to help assist, as in hand components or whatever's needed during the process. That's all he's doing. So at this point, he's kind of stepped back. His hands are behind his back, as he's just kind of watching as Elzix is muttering something under his breath. Sounds almost like an incantation for those that are familiar with casting. But as he does so, he has his hand over and he pours some mixture out of a vial onto the ruby, and you see there's a slight glow as the mixture kind of drifts down over the ruby and forms a small puddle around it. And as the ruby slightly glows and he holds his hand over, you see the liquid kind of drawn into the ruby, and there's a silent as he finishes the incantation, and he picks the ruby up and places it off to the side. As Deckard kind of turns over and looks over his shoulder, and at the end of the incantation, he kind of holds his finger over his mouth, like, as you know, don't disturb him. And then very shortly after that, it comes to a close, and he says, "Oh, well, what? Looks like you brought the whole troop. I take it you are in quite a rush all of a sudden."
Yes, it seems we cannot wait much longer.
Very well.
How long will this process take, Master Deckard?
Oh, the process is for just one small memory, a few seconds at most.
But when is that what you
Maybe
need?
a minute.
Is that what you need? One small memory?
I need a detailed memory. Sights, smells. Though Deckard has assured me that this memory is quite detailed.
Look suspicious, but I think the only person I would look to in this moment is Boros, to see if they have any opinions on it. But other than that, keep my mouth shut.
Once you acquire this memory, could you wait a moment before we take off?
Yes, I have one last errand to run before we depart.
Perfect. As I have need of Deckard. Just a moment.
Oh, curious. Very well. Dear, just relax. As he, same thing as he did with Draven, as he kind of places a hand across the side of your head there. There's a moment where you think nothing's gonna happen, like he's just kind of awkwardly standing there with his hand on your head, and then there is a flash, very brief, but extremely detailed, of a bluff overlooking a city, and the expanse. There's a large, a frozen river in front of these massive gates, with a drawbridge that is drawn upward, and a road that kind of leads away off into the mountain. And you see from this bluff, you can see out across. It looks like this city expands. It looks as though the top of a mountain has been removed and the city expands as far as the eye can see. You can't make out details of the city. It's almost blurry, like you, even though you, in that instant, you try to look, it's just like this blurred image you can't quite make out. But the surroundings of the bluff that you're on are extremely detailed, with a snow-covered evergreen tree off to the side and a large boulder. There's a blanket spread out, and there is someone sitting next to you in the vision, which is a beautiful young woman, but you see the surrounding details very clearly. And the rest of you just see Rowan's head snap back as her eyes open wide as she looks straight up into the ceiling. And you see Deckard, as his head doesn't move as he's looking forward, but you see his eyes kind of slowly, almost like fog. They turn white, but it's like a foggy white. And they stand this way for probably 15-20 seconds. And then Rowan's head slowly comes back down, her eyes open, and he removes his hands. And yeah, you have a very vivid, detailed memory of this bluff overlooking this city and this ravine. I mean, this river, sorry.
Thank you, Deckard.
Certainly. I trust you'll keep some of the details to yourself, dear. It's quite a private memory.
To my grave.
Thank you.
Wait,
dear.
what was in the memory? I want to know, if you don't mind.
Oh, nothing.
Oh yes, of course, you know. You he stares at Deckard. You and your memory manipulation.
Are you able to act on this memory?
Yes, there's more than enough detail.
Perfect.
Though it is as I feared. We will. If the city is under siege, we will drop in under siege, under fire.
Well, if that is the case, I have some words before we head out. But I believe our friend Boros had some business. Yes?
Yes. Deckard,
Yes, friend.
I was in the library, and I need your assistance reading this tome. It seems powerful, important. It has the symbol of the Haradrim on it. I cannot read it.
Oh, yes. Well, I haven't seen this book in, well, a long time. This is actually for some of our apprentices to study some of the, but few magics we do know. I take it you wish for some translation, son? Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
please.
friend.
Anything that might help us.
Oh, certainly. This is... can you keep a secret, Boros?
I have been since I've woken up.
Very well. Come into the other room with me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Boros, if you follow him off into the room, he closes the door behind you. Or behind you, too. The rest of you are in the shop. What What are y'all doing? Rowan is left. Boros is out in a room alone with Draven. I mean, with Deckard. What the rest
Deckard.
of you doing?
Yeah, Draven would want to exchange some words, saying, well, you know, he can catch up on my speech when he gets back, but if we are about to drop in the middle of a battlefield, I would have words with you all. As you know, I am now your leader. You can see right away where this is going. Pero I am honored to be your leader. You all fight very valiantly, and I mean no insults. But after your last battle, there was little to no coordination. And normally I would expect such from, you know, untrained soldiers. But you all fight together. So often it is hard to perhaps read the mind of what someone else in here is going to do. So here's how this will work. We will fight together. We will work together. You will listen to me, and I will do my best to accommodate. Please talk to me. I need to hear what is going on. And remember this. On the battlefield, there is no room for virtue such as valor. There is no justice on a battlefield. You do not honor your opponents when they are demons. Nor do you need to seek compassion, sacrifice, humility, or any of the common virtues. The only thing I will ask of you, and his voice is kind of going louder, and it started out as like a rambly kind of speech, but as he's talking, there's a little bit of that bardic inspiration seeping out as he kind of does the thing that Ross emulated earlier. The only thing you will ever be responsible for under my guise is to have courage before death. For you will die one day, and it is not in death that you will be forgotten. It is in the lack of courage before death. And as long as you have the courage before death, not just before you die, but when facing it every day, that is where you will make the difference. That is how you survive the arena, and that is how you will be successful in the war that is to come. If we are to save this world, it starts there. Do you understand me when I say courage before death?
Indeed. I answer quickly.
Perfect.
Vec just nods.
Then we will color the battlefield red if it is not already so. When you enter, you will not hesitate to swing your weapon. If there are thousands before you, you will charge forward like there is less than one. And if there is a life to save, if there is room to breathe, you will give no quarter to the thousands that will fall before your might. You understand? We are not there to be heroes. We are there to be saviors.
Wow, don't everybody cheer at once.
Wasn't sure if he was finished either, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't make shit up. I've done it.
Yeah, Elzix. Was there any magic behind this? Was there an inspiration?
Okay, I'll give us some bardic inspirations.
Or was this just Draven talking shit?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, so Ross has an actual, you know, the leadership thing where he can inspire and grant temporary hit points. That's why I was asking, is there something behind this speech, or is it just Draven talking?
Let me see if I have a good way to do this. Pause 1 second and I'll answer that correct question.
Okay, well...
But, yep.
Boros, you go into the room. Deckard, he kind of explains to you that this book here is given to some of the newer Haradrim. Of course, that was a long time ago that there were any new ones. He's one of the last ones left. But there are some minor incantations in here that are of no help to you necessarily. It's not magic the way you see magic. But there is one particular incantation in here that you may find interesting. And
boy.
I will send it to you. This is something that a few of them were able to master, because as you understand it, this world is not full of magic users like like you guys, like your worlds. So when it comes to things like this, there are only a few who can actually accomplish these things. But there is an incantation in here that he translates for you by simply uttering something under his breath and waving his hand across the book. It immediately translates into a language you can easily read. And he explains to you that that will only last for maybe an hour before it reverts back to its original context, and you will no longer be able to read it. So, what am I doing here? Poros. Okay. If you want it, that's what's in there.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the time to read over the words that I can now understand and do my best to comprehend them as best as I can.
Yep. It is within the. It is a level of spell that you are easily able to access. So as you kind of read through it, you actually feel the transference. It's almost like you're a medium, and you feel the magic flow from the page, and you feel this strange emanation of power or transference move through from the book through you and into this horn on your head.
Ooh boy. Alrighty.
That whole process how long does it take you to scribe a spell actually? An hour or 10 minutes plus the level, plus a minute per level of a spell or something like that? What was it?
So.
Or an
Much
hour?
longer. It's 2 hours every level of the spell. 50 gold each level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fortunately, his kind of wizard doesn't get no bonuses for scribing.
Right,
I don't think
but his
so.
horn treats things differently, fortunately for him. So
Magic vacuum.
it would take you a while. I mean, it's not going to take you 10 hours or 12 hours,
Mm-hmm.
but it would take you probably. I mean, you feel this transfer is happening, but you understand too that it's not going to be an immediate thing. It's going to take you at least a couple of hours. Because it's not a low-level spell. It's not a high-level spell, but it's not,
Mm-hmm.
a level 1 or 2 spell either.
That
I don't
works
think. What level spell is that actually? Let's see. I can't remember. Is it 5?
it's not a spell that I can put in through plutonium, or at least not one that we have.
You go make something up, DM?
Is it not in plutonium, really?
No.
Wait, damn. Okay, hold on. Let me see if it's in here. It's not in here either. Oh no, it's not. That's not the name of it. I'm sorry.
You lied.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
But it,
Deceiver.
I do have it in the D&D Beyond spell list here in Foundry. So
DM's lying. Ooh.
Right?
Everybody get him.
No. All that means is we level up.
Yeah.
Every time he lies to us, we level up.
Nice.
We'd be like level 40 by now. Are you kidding me?
it's a 4th level spell.
Love it.
So I can add it to you. So see if that one's on plutonium. Since I said the name wrong.
It is not.
Okay, so I can add it through here then. That's you understand that's going to take a couple hours. Are you going to ask the party to wait?
I can ask, but I'll have to weigh their decision against mine.
Yep. So you're gonna need, yeah, you're gonna need 3 hours for this.
It's still morning.
Rowan still hasn't returned, by the way.
Oh,
Also, somebody said something about asking. I think Draven said something about asking the prince, or Ross said that maybe for any assistance he could give. So there's still that to do as well.
okay.
But
I'm going.
yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
should
return
probably
from the
ask.
room. Yeah. Okay. Not a lot of information, but there's one trick that I've learned. It's going to take approximately 3 hours for me to process it. Would that be alright with the rest of you? I understand that there's still some things here in Luca Lane that we must tend to before we leave.
I wait for Draven to speak.
He kind of folds his arms and taps his foot for a minute. You can see the impatience. It's glaringly obvious. Unlike sort of passive thief, it seems like Draven doesn't like sitting still. He looks at you, goes, "Look, Boros, will this make the difference on the battlefield?"
On the battlefield, even a leaf can make a difference. One glint of a sword, one extra blow to your armor, one extra spell, it can all make a difference.
You sound like a poet. Is it something that when we face the enemies, it will provide you an advantage that is worth us waiting?
It's in your spell list if you want to look at it, so you can answer him with some certainty.
You said level 4?
Yeah.
Okay. It will, absolutely.
He kind of looks at you, arms folded, and after a second begins nodding. All right, that is good enough for me. All right, come, we will talk to the prince. As I've clearly thought this through, it is a good idea that I just thought of. We will go talk to him. Completely, and in front of all of you, you heard Ross's conversation with Travis. He goes, taking credit for what this man came up with previously.
As we begin to make ready to leave, I would say I'm sure that all of you can get what we need out of the prince. I should wait here for... I'll wait here, just in case. Thebe needs to be advised as to where we're going, and also Rowan has stepped out, so may seek her out as well, or Simon, if you so chose. Connect us all, is what I was saying. Or look for Rowan. You're good at that kind of thing. Actually, you're good at most things. Such a great leader.
He kind of looks at you a second and shrugs his shoulders. All right, do what you want. But
Just-
please, find Rowan at the very least.
Just say I love you, Simon Ross, and get it over with. Like,
No, I'm courting Simon. Shut the fuck up, Ian. God. Don't ruin this for me. It's a slow burn romance, okay?
a bromance.
This man's playing D&D simulator while we're playing D&D.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Space simulator. God,
As long as
fuck,
he's into it, it's all good.
True,
Jesus.
actually, yeah.
Yep. So I continue making my preparations.
All right, Rowan, where were you headed?
Well, I sent you a message. What's the...
Oh, shit,
the
did you?
most scenic-
Sorry, let me look real quick.
Watch this bitch have already gone without us. Watch.
He's already there.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be so good.
It
Honestly,
really would.
yeah, really would.
Of the city itself, probably top of the palace.
Here it comes.
No, I need a place with dirt.
Ay,
Oh.
caramba.
Dirt?
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe a place overlooking the ocean?
well, the fucked up part is it's all sand. It's a desert.
Mm.
So there's not a lot of vegetation other than cacti and
Lady!
desert type
Sand,
plant life.
dirt, something.
Uh,
Overlooking something spectacular.
oh fuck, I can't, like, it's a desert city. There's nowhere, like, if you're looking for dirt, you'd have to go to where
I'm not
they
looking
actually.
for dirt. I need okay, you know what? We're bringing a jar of sand to the top.
I got a jaw of dirt.
Oh,
I got a
God.
A jar of sand. Where? We're bringing it where?
to the top of the palace.
Okay. Okay. I mean, the guards let you in.
Yep. Actually, because Ross said it before I left, I'm gonna stop by and talk to the prince.
Okay.
And let him know that we are planning to head out to face Vale, and we were wondering if there was any resources he could spare to help us.
Okay. Yeah, so he one of the guards retrieves the prince for you, so you spend a few minutes waiting, because he's not just sitting there waiting for people to come visit him, right? So he comes up to you and he is dressed, he's kind of dirty, actually. He's dressed in not his normal regal robe. It's more, attire. It's more of what you'd see a peasant dressed in, and he's covered in sand and sweat, and he's got smudge marks on his hands and a little bit on his face, like maybe he was cleaning something, or you're not sure. But yeah, he walks up and pardon the appearance. What can I do for you, Rowan?
What was his name again? Prince Jaren?
Prince Jaren, yes.
Prince Jaren, I came here to thank you for your hospitality. And also, we plan to go to Harrogath
Yep.
within the next half a day or so. We expect that city is under siege by one of the great primes. If you could, do you have any resources you can spare to lend us aid?
Well, because of my role, he looks at you. Elzix told me of a particular need that you were asking for. Diamonds?
Yes, but I hesitate to ask for those. They are valuable resources.
If I may ask, what exactly do you do with the diamonds?
Think of it like a fuel source for my magic. It is usually the spells that I cast, they don't require diamonds as a fuel, but when I must revive someone from death, it is a requirement.
that is something I would like to see. Maybe one day. But I was just to sake my curiosity. I have something that may help. He looks to one of the guards, and they see the guard take off down the hall. Well, you said you were off to Harrogath. I'm going to Harrogath. And he just kind of waves his hand like dismissive, like, so you have some way to travel several weeks in an instant, I suppose?
We have a means of teleportation.
But of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Hi. You and your friends are full of surprises. Well, as you hear clank, clank, clank coming back as the guard comes running back up. He has a box, probably the size of, wow, like a trumpet case for any band nerds, right? As he stands and presents it, the prince reaches over and unlatches the sides and lifts it up, and there are 3 very large vials of some red liquid, and there are 2 huge diamonds in there. Would this suffice?
She looks very surprised and a little taken aback and kind of at a loss for words. Like, I am, like, literally at a loss for words right now.
Kind of seeing that on your face, he looks at you and he says, I am a prince.
Yes, of course. Thank you. So much. This is more than I could ask for, honestly.
So the diamonds are about 5,000 gold each. And you have 2 of them. So, and the vials within are level 4 healing potions. 3 of them. I'm just gonna throw those in your inventory, and y'all can divvy it up later, however you want. Inventory, and those are here. Is this? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. And then you can keep track of the diamonds yourself, I presume.
Yep.
Did I? Yeah, potion. Yep, you got 3 of them. Okay. Ooh, those are the big ones too, man. 4d6 plus 4 times your con modifier. That's a massive amount of healing. Also, did anybody know that Rowan's life cleric level now gives her, what is it called? Something healing? Perfect healing or some shit? That is
Life cleric pops off at
fucking
high levels,
shit,
man.
dude. Pretty much now what that means is anytime she casts a heal spell, you just get the max, period.
Yeah, buddy. No more beacon of
Damn.
hope needed. Just ba ba boop. You feel
Ba-ba
better?
boop.
You feel better?
That is
Bah,
fucking
bah,
stupid.
You feel more gooder?
Jesus.
You guys want some candy? Cause I brought the fucking truck.
She don't even have to roll. She just looks at it and says, "Yo, 3d8 plus 8. Yeah, here's 32 hit points back. Jesus, I don't even have to roll that shit."
So what does that mean for her Oracle ability or chosen one ability?
That's the same thing because that is magical healing, so it's max.
Damn. Damn.
Now, her closed wounds is not affected by that because that's not magic. That's coming from you. She just draws that out of you. So you still have to roll for that particular ability.
Still doing.
But that's a
magic, man.
cantrip, so.
You're a cantrip.
It's still magic, but.
But it's
sure.
not coming from her. It's coming from within you.
Alright, yeah, whatever you say, man. It makes.
Hey, man, I'm not going to make a cantrip that fucking strong. Come on now.
I'm just messing with you. Anyway, please continue.
I'm not. You should make a cantrip that strong.
So, anyways, will this suffice as you are standing there dumbfounded?
Yes, thank you.
It is I who should thank you, Rowan, and your friends, for all you have done for my city. I fear we would not be standing here were it not for your untimely arrival. Or
Even
timely
after the
arrival.
mayhem that was a few days ago?
These are trying times. How's the saying? Shit happens?
That startles a snicker out of her. Before she composes herself to try to be as, like, professional in front of a prince as possible.
He looks at you and smirks. He says, I am a prince, but I am also a man.
Ha, I'm a king.
Do what?
Simon said he's a king, and I interrupted it like a fool.
Well,
So good.
actually, Prince Jaren is now a king. Honestly, he just hasn't.
I was.
He
He hasn't been coronated yet.
Yeah, and he also is. I mean, this is all kind of thrust on him in the middle of some shit going down, and he hasn't really called himself king yet, or sultan, I guess, not king.
Basic. Simon would have claimed it first day. Easy.
Yeah. What a fucking noob.
Yep.
I don't have all those responsibilities you've got.
You're so good, you would have delegated and made it work.
Yeah.
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Overseer Rossi.
Yep.
Ross, can you pull that out of your throat so we can continue on here?
Nah, DM, it contributes to my +5 bonus to saving throws.
Jesus Christ. Hey, just go with it, man. Swallow that thing. All right.
Like his
Everyone's
warlock.
not looking for me to back up.
All right. Yeah, Rowan. He reaches over, closes it, latches it, and the guard presents it to you. Presents the case to you.
I receive the case with both hands, as is respectable, and then I bow. And then I look.
The prince bows back.
Sorry, this is very weird to me. I'm not used to dealing with royalty.
Where's Grease?
Oh, I know where to find Grease, but
Well, look at it like this. You are not one of my subjects. I am not your prince. And in the shit we have been through, call me friend.
that's weird being friends with a prince, but thank you. I'm honored? I don't know what the proper response to this is.
You just received maximum relationship status with this one dude.
Ugh. Fucking glory hog, man. Jeez.
The honor
Just
is
treat him like you treat me.
Jesus. The honor is Lut Golane's. As he kind of nods his head again.
I guess I should head out then. I still need to say goodbye to a few people.
Safe journey, Rowan, to you and your friends.
Are we all there?
No,
Or
it's
is it
just
just
Rowan.
No,
Okay.
she went ahead of us because, you know.
She's
She ran off
impatient.
on her own?
Yep.
Oh.
So are you heading to the top of the palace still?
Yep.
All right. So what was this all about? As the prince, I have some things I must continue attending to. Be safe. And he turns and walks away to go do whatever he was doing.
She's going to the top of the palace, and is the case big enough to fit in her bag of holding? Because that's
No,
small enough
it's a little too big to go and squeeze into
okay.
that.
It's clunky. She's bringing it up with her.
It is stuffed with some stuff to keep the jars and all that from jangling around in there, so you could like throw it under your arm, you know.
Gosh, this language.
Yeah, so to the top of the palace, Rowan just takes a seat and takes off the onyx necklace that she has around her neck. Well, no, the onyx ring in a rope necklace around her neck.
Okay.
And takes out the jar of sand. She's not at the top of the palace. She's at that balcony that at the rooms that she was staying at.
Right. That looks out over the docks and the ocean. It's a beautiful view of the ocean. Just spreads out wide as far as the eye can see. With the back, it's at the back of the palace.
And then she's going to kiss the ring and bury it inside of the jar of sand.
Okay.
And then she's gonna put an angel root on top of it. She's gonna, like, kind of plant an angel root on it. Knowing that it might not grow, because she's not Thebe, obviously she doesn't have a green thumb. But she needed a marker or something on that jar.
Okay. You do notice that on this balcony there are some potted plants that are actually in soil.
Okay, so then I'm not going to take out the jar of soil. Jar
Okay.
of sand. I am going to bury the ring in a jar of soil, and I'm going to put a angel root with the bundles, with the plants.
Very good. And what is this? Do I need to know what this is about? Is this something you like?
Says, I don't think I'm gonna make it home, Aldara. So, I hope this view's good enough. Certainly better than Baldur's Gate. Certainly better than that desolate place you were killed at. And I'm sorry I couldn't bring you both home. And with that, she just turns around and leaves.
Okay. All right. So the rest of you are still just chilling, waiting for Boros and waiting for Rowan to return. But Draven, you said you were headed towards the prince, right? Or
No, Draven would have got nowhere. He's trying to keep the party together. We're
Okay.
trying to get the fuck out of here. In his eyes, you were waiting on Boros to do what he needs to do, and it's. I mean, I imagine some redundancy would be because we don't know that Rowan went to the prince. She just kind of ran off on her own.
yeah.
We probably would follow suit eventually,
Okay.
but we don't need to. I mean, I think the moment passed for any of the RP for there. So, at least in my eyes, if someone wants to do something, they can, of course.
Alright, well, I think at this moment everybody's just kind of waiting. Maybe 30, 40 minutes go by and Rowan returns. Boros is still studying his book for some unknown reason. Well, actually, he said he was able to learn a trick or a spell from it. So, but those 3 hours pass by. And Boros, you have it in your spell list, so you have access to it. It is a little after. It's about mid-afternoon, 2, 3 o'clock maybe at this point. Anything else to tie up?
Yeah, one thing. Because Rowan kind of ran off on her own without saying anything. Yeah, Draven's not cool with that. You don't need to tell us everywhere you're going. I don't need to know if you need to go to the bathroom, but we all could have handled some business with the prince. You did not need to do that on your own. Or if you needed private business, you could have handled it while we were there in private. Just something to consider, you know, the other people here. Rowan, you understand?
I just figured I was already at the palace. I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Speaking of killing birds, I think it's about time we've killed this final primeval. Is everybody ready?
Not yet. I take out the case that the prince gave me, and then I gesture towards the potions.
You gesture towards who?
The potions. Who wants them?
Are these just like simple health potions?
They are, but they're level 4. So
Oh,
46.
I agree.
46 plus 4 times your con modifier.
And how many are available?
3.
3. Oh, fuck.
These are huge healing potions. Extremely rare.
And you can vouch for their potency, Rowan?
They seem a lot stronger than anything we've gotten in this plane so far.
I would suggest Vec take at least 1. We can save the other 2 for whoever needs it.
That kind of like just holds his hand up. No need. I have 1.
Simon should take 1.
Okay.
I'll take 1 from Rowan and put it to Simon's sheet.
Boros, you should take 1.
I feel like I would be able to keep my distance enough, at least this time.
Then Draven, Thebe, or Ross, which one of you will take?
Are we all together? I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah, y'all are all
Okay.
back in Elzic's shop.
Go ahead, Draven. Sorry.
First off, who is Thebe? Second off, I will take 1.
Rowan, I suggest you keep the last for yourself. I assume you know the gravity of the situation that we're in, and I know that you know how important you are to this party.
I can use my magic.
And should your magics fail you,
Then it fails me. I might not get to someone in time to heal them. Not exactly the fastest person here, I say, and I like gesture to like all the armor on me.
Well, remember, Rowan, you're not the only one with healing magics. You may be the strongest of our healers, but not the only healer.
Yes, plus how much can you really trust your gun, you know? She seems a little shady to me.
Ross, do you not want it?
I look at the potion and look at you. How locked in do you seem? Are you like, still shaky, avoiding eye contact, that kind of thing?
She's not shaky at all. There is a resolve in her eyes.
She has determination.
Then, yeah, I do not say anything other than nodding and reach for the potion, claiming it, pushing it into my pack. I'll take that, DM.
So all three are divvied up?
Simon, Draven, Ross, yes.
Okay. And I'll take both diamonds, I guess.
You can add that to the notes on your sheet if you want.
Rowan, are you ready to cast whatever it is you're going to do?
Hold on. Sorry, writing down notes is a thing, guys. Yes. I'm ready.
Is everyone ready?
Ready.
Perfect, my friends. Remember, courage before death. You know, and he kind of goes on the same rant he did before when he thought y'all were previously leaving 4 hours ago, and gives his speech. And I will be using a point of bardic inspiration to give everyone the effects of an ability called, I think most appropriately, courageous inspiration. So it's not the same thing as what Ross does. It's a little different. All this does is it gives everyone advantage on saving throws, or you can shake off one frightened condition effect that you're affected by.
How long does it last? Or does it stay infinitely until...
So this is the problem with this ability, is that it doesn't state, so I'm going to assume it defaults to the 10-minute effect that Bardic Inspiration lasts for.
Yeah,
but then the DM can kind of maybe overrule that.
It lasts how long?
It doesn't say. It says a short time. It doesn't say vague. It's vague. It doesn't actually give a specific time. So I assumed that meant 10 minutes because that's how long Bardic Inspiration lasts. Right? Or is that an hour?
I'll say 10 minutes. I'll go with 10 minutes.
Yeah.
A short
I
time.
really don't know.
The teleport only takes an instant. So if you're doing it now,
So-
you teleport, you got 10 minutes. You know?
But it is AoE. It is everyone from the College of Heralds that gets this advantage on Wisdom save. Or shake off a fear effect on you.
That's pretty derp.
Okay. I mean, if you do that just before a fight, I mean, that's an entire fight, right? So, if it's 10
Yeah,
minutes,
pretty much.
So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it's not expended. It's just one, or you just keep it for the duration of the 10 minutes.
Everyone has it for 10 minutes. I expend a bardic inspiration.
But
Gotcha.
if they use it, can they use it again before that 10 minutes is up, or they only get to?
I'm assume so if you use the fear it says or, right? So you either always have wisdom save, or you can use it to shake off one frightened condition.
Right.
So I assume you lose it when you do that.
Okay.
But that's just an interpretation. I will be clear about that.
Yeah. Okay. I like that interpretation. You either keep the wisdom bonus for the 10 minutes, or you use the effect up by getting rid of the fear condition. So.
I'm gonna ask you what the ability is later. Andres.
It's called Courageous Inspiration from the subclass College of Heralds, which is a homebrew class. That's the
Yeah.
fundamental.
No, I know that. I'm taking notes, so I was just gonna write it down so I remember. But it's good. I know where to find it. So.
Cool.
So are we teleporting?
I heard level up. Is that what you said?
I heard that too.
Yeah.
21?
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Are we
I heard that.
teleporting?
Yeah. I mean, no reason
Up
for
a
us to
level.
say. Teleporting to the next
Rather
level. I mean, yeah, that's
I'd
an
rather
option.
level up and then take 2 weeks to get there.
I mean.
Alright, so who's doing the teleporting? Rowan has the rod, right?
Rowan has it.
Okay. Yeah, you've been through this. You've used it at least once now. So, you
Have we?
concentrate. You close your eyes and you visualize this, this place in your mind there, where you want to land. This bluff overlooking this city. And as you invoke the magic of the wand here, you guys all gather around, and everything around you begins to blur and kind of shift and shake as you feel this pull in your chest, and you're gone. There's a moment of disorientation, and then a second later, you land down on hard stone covered in snow, and it is ice cold here. Matter of fact, it is snowing here. And you hear all around you the sounds of battle.
Oh, we in it now, boys and gals. I hear dope music.
Oh, I also never rested. Resting!
Yeah, a lot of us didn't long rest, guys, so check
Yeah.
on that.
Hit that button when you soon as you
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
stuck at 99.
Yeah, it's getting there.
87.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum.
music already?
Oh yeah.
Dang, man. Them shitty porting rolls, though. Ugh. But When we get one more day.
All right.
All right.
I got you, dog. I got you, dog.
As you guys land on this small bluff overlooking this, what now is a battlefield in front of you with the river off to your left and a large city back behind the river, you see it's not represented on the map because I don't want to have that much shit on the map, but there are, best you can tell, thousands of these creatures just climbing over each other, and you see amongst them huge humanoids or humans battling groups of these things at a time, and you hear off to the side of you a grunt, and as you turn and look, you see this. For those that are familiar with the Goliaths, you see a human about the size of a Goliath, with this massive maul in his hand, just slam down on this creature's head, and now you notice that there are several of these creatures just laying dead around this guy. This guy is probably close to 7 feet tall, maybe 350 to 400 pounds, solid muscle. He's standing here with very little clothing. He's got fur of some animal draped over his shoulders and his head. And he has some leather-looking leggings on that are cut and ripped, stained with blood. And as he smashes down on this creature, he turns and looks, and he faces the party. And you hear Frog as he raises his hammer and takes a step closer. Those of you with perception of probably 15, Ross, you don't hear, but you hear this. And as you look, something flying through the air lands from the city side, flies through the air and hits this guy in the chest. And as it does, all the cuts and wounds and bruises you see on his body, not bruises, but marks, you see on his body from the battle. You see him kind of close his eyes, he cracks his neck, and the wounds begin to heal up as this glass shatters against his skin and seems to heal him in front of your eyes. As he takes another step towards you, towering over even the largest in your group.
Apology?
You leave Frog.
Wait, hold on. We're friends of Harrogath.
How tall is he?
He's almost 7 feet tall.
I'm taller than him.
I'm also taller than him.
Oh, y'all are that tall? Okay.
Yeah.
While I'm not hunched, I am 7'9".
I'm 7 foot.
So, yeah, well, y'all are taller than this. You two are taller than this guy. But neither one of you come close to his width and his muscular body. Like, he's almost 400 pounds of solid muscle.
This boy is wide.
Yeah, he's huge.
He's a thick back.
And these creatures laying on the ground, they look to be probably bigger than him. There's not much left of them. They've been pounded into a pulp by this massive hammering motion. But he seems as though he took all 5 of them out. They are rather large. We've got some wicked-looking, nasty swords laying on the ground and some shields. These creatures have very earthy tones. Their back and shoulders are covered in like this shell, almost resembling like a turtle, but it's more armored, not just a shell, with small spikes protruding from it. Faces open. Their faces come to a small point, and their mouths open, very much like Elite Covenant from like Halo, right? The two little jaws on the bottom. And he approaches
what I said? He doesn't understand what I said?
I kind of want to attempt something. To try to tell him that we're friends. Vec is actually going to walk up to this guy and just kind of like try to meet him at eye level, and then he's gonna like look at him for a moment and then just kind of like hold out his entire arm to try to do like a beastman shake.
Yeah. Considering what you are, how you look, attacks.
Oh, okay.
Out of the
All
corner
right.
of y'all's eye, y'all see another of these humans. This one, you see this. Matter of fact, this guy. This guy here. You see him. You see this guy. You see movement out of the corner of your eye. Down below, now you guys are on this bluff looking down. Roughly 30 to 40 feet below you is this little plateaued out, this plateaued area here. But you see this guy leap probably 20, 30 feet in the air. And when he lands, there is a kind of a resounding as the creatures around him hit the ground. As they scramble back to their feet, he immediately begins slamming him with his axe that he has. And Vec, this guy, approached him. Definitely not a human. He takes a swing.
Could I preemptively, like, I don't know, actually, no, that's fine. Keep going.
I mean, you're not defenseless by the way, but you do see him when you approach. You stick your arm out or whatever to shake, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He starts to swing at you as you're approaching. You don't know
Barely a scratch.
So does he do that?
Yeah, it hits me.
Oh, shit. 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
He slams this huge hammer like
Oh.
ball to your side. And you see his eyes kind of go wide, and you see the veins on him across his shoulder and his neck begin to kind of bulge as you hear that almost a familiar as he kind of grunts and seems to grow in stature slightly.
Wait.
Then
What are we doing here?
Yeah, Draven at this point yells out, "Ignore him! To battle! They will understand our actions, not our words. Courage before death!" And Draven's gonna charge after the nearest group of enemies, hoping people follow him.
Again, you're about 30 to 40 feet up on this bluff, so you gotta work your way down and then cross the battlefield.
I
we're not
do,
in
do
combat.
I?
Okay.
Or you can go dimension door or misty step or whatever. Your choice. But you know what?
I don't have anything cool on this guy. Damn.
It's 10 o'clock, so hold that thought. We're gonna call it right there. You guys decide to, I guess, jump in the fray, which
Dang.
Thank you for watching us.
Hey.
Once again, just another description of this city. Like I told Rowan, now you guys see it for yourself. The best you can tell, looking at a glance, given what's going on, it looks as though you see mountain. You see that you're in the middle of a mountain range. You see mountain peaks off to your sides, and it looks like this mountain here has been decapitated, for lack of a better word, and an entire city has been built across the top of this mountain. And as Decker told Rowan, it looks to hold thousands, if not tens of thousands of people. It is a massive city.
Target rich environment.
You see, also, yeah, I guess I could tell you this. You see along the walls outside of the city, there's huge ballista. And you see people man the walls, firing as you see ballista shots firing off into the distance. You see a part of the wall that's kind of been broken and crumbled, as there are some of these humans standing around grabbing huge chunks of the wall and throwing it off to the side, clearing it away, as others on the inside of where the wall has been collapsed are stacking freshly worked stone to rebuild as best they can or barricade the hole that was formed here. So there's a lot going on, and you see explosions off to down below in the fight. What looks like magical fireball. You see this ice cone blast across the battlefield. You see lightning flare up and shoot chain between several of the monsters. As another barbarian leaps into the middle of those and takes advantage of the lightning blast to catch them unaware and start slamming them to the side. There's more than just barbarians in here, it seems, but yeah, we're into it next week. So, guys, it's 2025. Welcome back.
Oh man.
Again, Happy New Year to anybody watching. Thank you to my players for joining me after taking a few weeks off. And it's to a close sometime this year.
Never.
It's been a long journey, but we're getting there, guys. Final act, Act 5. Welcome
Aw.
to destruction.
Never been
Boy.
done.
See you next time.
Hell
Good night.